Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your year 2026 in detail. And to do this reading I will be pulling out 4 cards from this deck. If you, by the way, prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. If you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, you will also find a timestamp for that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, let's start pulling your cards for the next year, 2026, and see what we've got. I really feel this one, actually. Right. So, for pile number 1, you've got the card Resonance. For pile number 2, you've got the card Reciprocity. For pile number 3, you've got the card Authenticity. And for pile number 4, you've got the card Passion. Looks like an amazing year ahead. All right, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, I didn't put them in the introduction, but let me pull them out. And let's begin the process of picking the crystals for the year 2026. Right, what do we see? I definitely see a lot of yellows. So for one card or the other, we may be using the yellow aventurine. I could be wrong, but let's keep it to the side. And I think it's best that I push the cards up so you get a good view of the crystals with me. There we go. Right, so the Bumblebee Jasper has the reds and the yellows, which could go for this card or that card. That's also an option. This one actually has a lot of an emphasis on the red. We can do the carnelian here, or we can do the cherry quartz. Any other reds? That's a darker carnelian. That's too dark. Mahogany obsidian, maybe? Nah, that's too brown. Okay, so one of these reds, we can do this Mookaite Jasper, which might be the one I actually use for this card. And then the green color in this card reminds me of I think this was one of the Jaspers. I have the crystal in my mind, but I'll remember its name once I look at it. What am I? Yes, the Mookaite Jasper. I knew I would remember because I kind of had an idea, but I couldn't remember the exact crystal I had in mind. All right, so we can maybe use the Mookaite, Jasper here. This seems to be a lighter color. Perhaps it's another crystal inside my cupboard that is not here that I could be thinking about. How about also the Amazonite? Doesn't that work perfectly for this card? Actually, I think I'm gonna love that. And it's authenticity, it's the heart. I'm sold. Let's keep that here. I also want this one here, so let's pick these out. This one could be a really cool option when we get there. Let's stick to the second one. So we have a lot of nude colors, and I just love these crystals. They are dotted though. I don't know if that would work. Oh, what about the Lodolite? Kind of nude, kind of fits all the earth tones here as well. Yeah, it might work, so that could be an option. Any other thing that could work? Oh, this is beautiful, but it's not really, it's kind of in the palette, but it's not it. Yeah, I think actually the crystal that would work is the Lodolite, and it is beautiful. It's a very magical crystal. I'm gonna keep it there. All right, going on to the first pile. We've got the Bumblebee Jasper, which has the yellows, is picking up the yellows and the reds a little bit. But you know, Mookaite Jasper could be great as well. The yellows and the reds. That's another, I think it's so beautiful. I might go for this one. But then we've got a Mookaite Jasper here. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, we could do a Citrine, you know? Oof, that is beautiful. It looks even like the petals here, the shape of the petals. Yeah, I think I'm very much called to this one. I think that's perfect. All right, let me adjust the crystals and introduce them to you. All right, I've zoomed you in so you can see your cards and crystals very well. So for pile number 1, your crystal is the beautiful Citrine. For pile number 2, your crystal is the beautiful Lodolite. For pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful Amazonite in the shape of a heart. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today in order to learn more energetically about your year 2026. I truly hope you enjoy this reading, guys. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's leading you to the messages and the predictions you're meant to learn about and hear in today's reading. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section of the introduction, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. Oh, oops, my apologies. In the next part of the introduction, that's not yet, you can pick your pile using your zodiac signs. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. All right, so if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, welcome, my dear soul family. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I shuffle your signs and then draw out 4 signs for each pile. Right. So let's get straight into it. I think we're pretty much ready. Right. Oh, today we have 4 piles, which means we're going to be drawing 3 signs for each pile. Right. So these are the first 3 zodiac signs. Second set. Third, and of course, 4th set. Wonderful. All right, so for pile number 1, the signs are Cancer, Pisces, as well as Libra. The signs for pile number 2 are Sagittarius, Gemini, as well as Taurus. The signs for pile number 3 are Aquarius, Scorpio, as well as Capricorn. And the signs for pile number 4 are Virgo, Leo, as well as Aries. So please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, the Empress pile number 3, and the Emperor pile number 4. And what I simply like to do is shuffle the cards around until I miss pulling out a card from the other side or passing on a card to the other side. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to pass on this card. And I was supposed to grab this one as well. So here's what I'm going to do. This is the main one. And if you want another suggested pile, then follow that second one as well. But that's the main one I was supposed to pass on. So your chosen pile by Spirit is pile number 1. Wonderful. And if you've got the appetite, or another time, if you enjoy this type of reading and you have the time for it today, you grabbed your coffee, grabbed your drink, snack, and you want to watch another pile, the other suggested pile is pile number 2. Very interesting. Okay, so my dear soul family, these are the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. As you know, we're taking a look at your year 2026 in detail. And to do that, I am planning to take a look at each quarter all on its own. This way, we get into the detail of the whole year bit by bit. To do this reading, these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Citrine. Your significator card is a joyous one. It is the card of resonance. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Pisces, and Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, let's get straight into it. And we're going to take a look at the first quarter of your year, which is January, February, and March. What can you, I'm not sure, I don't think I've shuffled this one, at least on camera. What can you expect in the first 3 months of your year, my dear pile number 1? Right, everything is shuffled. We can keep the decks down here so that we can pull them for every quarter. Right, so for the first quarter, you've got the card Planning. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's under the category of talent, and the keywords are dynamic, optimism, projects, lightness, joyfulness, enjoy life's pleasures. Wonderful. You've got the card, enjoy life's pleasures. I love that for you. Okay. You've got the card, Mercury in Pisces with inspiration. You've got music group. Talk about inspiration. My God. Okay. I love this for you. Right. You've got the card Roots. Right. All these roots with the planning remind me of the concept proper preparation prevents poor performance. We'll talk about that in a second. And finally, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Last but definitely not least, you've got the cards. Wow, Awakening. This is the Judgment card. Oh, I love this pile. You've got the Emperor. Which signs again? Cancer, Pisces, and Libra. Right. Emperor. You've got the Empress. Ooh, okay. And I can fit one more tarot card. You know, I can fit for sure one more tarot card. But your reading is so clear. You've got the Sun card. Oh, beautiful, beautiful quarter. So in these first 3 months, what do I see? I see you being inspired by something with the Awakening. I feel that you have a brilliant idea with the Judgment card and you're thinking, right, it's now to elevate. It's now to start thinking and planning the judgment, the planning. It's time to build a proper foundation so that I can actually pursue this beautiful idea instead of it just being lingering around in my mind as an inspiration. So you are definitely inspired to do something that pulls at the chords of your heart. Let's say you've always wanted to, I don't know, pack up and travel and be off for a year or two traveling. Maybe this is a passionate project that you really want to begin. You always thought about it, but you never started. And maybe this is a career that you wanted to pursue. Maybe this is like a project, not just work, but any sort of project. You know what I want to say by now. A study, something you've always wanted to study. So what do I see? I don't see in the first quarter that you've started at all right away. I could be wrong, right? But the cards are not showing me that. What the cards are showing me is proper preparation. This is the quarter where you will see some results with this little leaves sprouting here, but it's more so building a proper foundation to something. You're putting a lot of effort into thought, into thinking about how to make this project work, enjoying yourself while building it, enjoying your time building it. Empire, it suggests for a lot of you that this is an empire that you're building. It doesn't have to be, it's something that you're definitely building. Emperor, you're setting the strong foundations towards something. Empress, you're enjoying it very much. You know it's going to be abundant and prove to bring great results for you. You already know that with the Empress being present in the first part of the quarter with this planning phase. You know this will reap great results for you. You're very excited about it, which is great. You're enjoying this preparation phase and it's a positive time of your life. I feel like overall, you see your significator card, you're doing something that resonates with you. Because of that, it's making you feel positive in life. Your heart is full of light. You feel happy. You feel like you're pursuing something that you love. You feel like you're aligned. You're in the right path. You're excited about it. And there's no rush here. Maybe you can't start right away, right? But to you, you just want to do it right. You don't mind taking your time to build it, find the right company that would hire you, prepare your CV properly, build the foundations of this company that you're excited about, write the scripts to your social media pages, whatever this is. You're taking the time to build it properly, layer upon layer upon layer. Also, making use of all the things that you've had previously in your life, all these layers of the earth. Like you've built a foundation before of experience, so you're going to use that to your favor. A network, you're going to use that to your favor. You've saved up some money, you're going to use that to your favor. You're going to use all of the advantages and the things that you've built in your life in this quarter, and you're just having fun with it, you're having a lot of fun with it. This is the phase where you're so excited because it's the planning phase. It's the phase where you get to imagine. It's the phase where you're feeling like you're stepping into a new world that is just so exciting. It's like almost butterflies in your stomach. You're finally playing with or enjoying something that just fills your heart. You're also adamant. You're wise. You're wise and adamant about making sure that it's built right because you really care about this and you're just enjoying your time. That's what it is. So even if you're working and you're doing your regular everyday things and everyday routine, I see a strong emphasis on this building phase or on the planning phase in the very first quarter of your year. Congratulations with that. I wish you the best of luck, and it does show that it's going to be so much fun. It's going to bring to your heart so much joy. Okay, so that's what I see as the energy of your first quarter. Let's now start exploring the second quarter. What can you expect in your second quarter? Let's move this to the side. That's the first quarter in case we want to access it. And let's put your tarot cards back in the deck and see what your second quarter, look, you might be a star one day, or your business or whatever it is that you're doing. Let's see what your second quarter is going to be about. This card wants to come out. Let's take it. And let's start pulling out your tarot cards. Oracle cards. Right, so you've got the Enneagram to be of service. Okay, wonderful. It's under the category of talent, and the keywords are respond to needs, caring for others, generosity, self-giving, human warmth, looking after others. Okay, so we see an emphasis in your second quarter of taking care of your loved ones, being service to others. This could be connected to the first part. Maybe what you're doing is going to start serving others. Who knows? We're going to be very open to what the cards show us. You've got Mars in Pisces with escape. Wow. Okay. Now that's interesting. You know, if it connects to the first part of your reading, then perhaps if this is your project, maybe you can escape, your regular job in order to pursue or leave one job in favor of another that you care about. Perhaps. Just connecting, it may not be it. You've got, we've got to be careful with the YouTube rules. So we've got stop the unaliver, right? Okay. You've got seasons. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So that one was adamant about coming out first. Six of Pentacles, wonderful. It is a card about being of service and helping the people who need. I did see your Five of Pentacles, I was wondering. So you're really helping others out here, okay? You're giving generously of yourself. So there is something around doing charity work, perhaps for some of you that could resonate. Doing charity work, maybe your work really is of service to others. Philanthropy, helping people that you care about on the side, or maybe this is the whole thing. We'll see. So, Eight of Swords. Yeah, it looks like you're freeing some people here. Very interesting pile. All right, I guess you're going to find out when that season comes. It may not make sense right now, or maybe makes absolute sense for you. But yeah, the Lovers. Wow, you're a being of high vibration. Pile number one for sure. You're a being of high vibration. You can see that. Okay. I think I need one more card. And you've got the card 9 of Swords. Right. So what do we see here? I see that in your environment, things are going to change in a big way, at least for the people around you, in the second part of the year. Escape means for you, so see, some people are going to have it bright, others aren't, something like that. And I see that in the second season of 2026, you are one of those that escaped tough destiny, right? But because you escaped in many ways. You can see here you're doing very well, you're happy, you're lucky, you feel loved by the universe, you're vibrating light, and perhaps the universe is using you to help others. But as you know, this is just the main energy of the quarter. It doesn't mean that you're not doing other things, and there aren't other amazing things happening in your life during that quarter. It's just highlighting something that you will be focused on, where you will have a lot of your energy focused on. It looks like, as I was saying, that in your environment in the second quarter of the year, seasons are going to change. And it doesn't look like it's a positive one for a lot of the people around you, although it seems like, as I was saying, you escaped that reality. And it looks like you're doing great. You're doing great. And so you're choosing to focus your light on helping others generously, because there are others who are, it seems, stuck in this situation. There are others who are very afraid with the 9 of Swords, they're afraid of what could happen. They're frightened. They don't know what to do. So it looks like you are using your good fortune of being able to be fortunate enough to escape a situation like that, to generously give a lot of your light to others, whether this is through finances, support, helping them with guidance, advice, just being there fully, like I was saying, now that I put it all together, and excuse me if I repeat myself, it's just that I'm putting the picture together as I'm doing the reading for you. And so it looks finally like, there are many things obviously that could be happening in your life, but your main focus on the second quarter is that you're helping others. You were fortunate enough, you're comfortable, you're relaxed, you're calm, you're actually happy. I see you loving life. Can you believe it? During a season like that. And with the change of seasons, for some it may be harsh winters, and for some it's the best time of their lives. And while it is one of the best times in your lives, look at your significator card, you're doing great. You're choosing to use your light and your energy to help those around you and help them extend that, pass on that light to them, so that they too feel like it's a good season. It may have many things changing, but because you're exuding your ever endless light, you're able to make others feel the same way. Help others feel that warmth, that good fortune, just like you. So wonderful, my dear pile number 2. I love your energy. Such a beautiful person. That is your focus, I guess, on your second quarter. And I want to ask, I'm so curious. It's a good thing that we're doing the reading this way, because now we get to ask questions. How about we expand on this part of the reading? You were planning for something here. Hello, are you still planning? What's going on? So curious for you. Just so we know what's going on with this particular energy in the second quarter, please. Ooh, 4 of Pentacles. You're still holding your horses. You're gathering resources, it seems, with the 4 of Pentacles. In this quarter, there isn't a lot of action. Maybe it's not planning, but you're like gathering resources. Ace of Cups. Maybe, okay, let me wait. Ace of Cups, oof, Wheel of Fortune. You're very fortunate there. and the Three of Swords. So, what is this saying pertaining to this in the second part of the year? Other than gathering resources, I feel like you actually, something does start here with the Ace of Cups. Something definitely does start. It may not be that powerful full throttle, going full throttle with whatever it is you're preparing, because mostly you're being careful with your resources, but something does actually begin. And it's gonna be a powerful and fortunate beginning. You will encounter some pains, and that's normal. Some things will shatter, some things will not work, but you know, it is like that with all beginnings, and you have to expect that some things like that are going to happen. Mostly it's fortunate, it's beautiful. And maybe you've been planning for something that didn't seem to work, part of your plans. In that case, you're picking up feedback and you're learning, oh, okay, so that didn't work. Bad, that's too bad. What do we do then if we don't do that? And you see all the birch trees, they represent flexibility. So don't break. Take the feedback and swing, just like the birch trees are able to do in the winds, in the harsh winds. They don't break. So be flexible, learn from your mistakes, learn from the things that didn't work. That is fine. But overall, the beginning is fortunate. This whole thing that you're working on is going to be super fortunate. And it looks like by time you are gaining, you're gaining more access. You put your hands more on the needed resources to be able to do things properly. So let's say, for example, you are picking up your camera and you want to shoot some things, and let's say your lighting breaks, and you're like, oh no, my lighting broke. What do I do now? I need to be careful with my resources. Yeah, the life story of social media. So anyways, instead you go, fine, what I can do is maybe I can wake up earlier and make use of the sunlight and shoot in the morning instead of relying heavily on it for now. And let's say you do that, and then you're like, whoa, the sunlight just makes everything pop. It's the best lighting. Let's say you'd say that. And I don't think I'll actually need, even if you do buy lighting later, you realize that you still want to do it early in the morning. You feel like your sleep patterns are better, your work is better, everything is better when you do it in the morning, for example. So yeah, that's just a quick example of in order to help you pick up on the idea of what's going on in the second quarter with regards to whatever you're planning on here. Nothing major. Yes, there is a beginning. Spirit, do you see? Spirit is watching out for you. It's there by your side with every step that you take. This is meant to be fortunate. All the best of luck and congratulations on your beginning. Okay, so this is what I see, my dear pile number 2, with regards to the second quarter of your year, which is April, May, and June, right? This is what you can expect. So overall, we get a gist of what you're going through in the first half of the year overall. You're very fortunate. We forgot to ask, like, why you're fortunate. I don't want to waste your reading time, but you probably know, or maybe you're just going to be fortunate and find out in that time. If we have time towards the end of the reading, because I don't want to make it long, super long for everyone, I can add that in, and then you can enjoy watching it if you're curious to know what makes you fortunate in this second part of the year, where you're able to escape destiny that others aren't, it seems. So we will take a look at that towards the end if you're interested in watching more. But let's now begin the reading of the third quarter of the year, which is August, September, and October. Oops, sorry, my apologies. April, May, June, July, August, and September. So what's going on in your July August, and September, my dear pile. Number 1, you've got creation workplace. So that's when everything begins. Right, under the category of place, and the keywords are music studio. Are you a musician? Someone here is a musician for sure. Someone here is a musician. Are you smirking? So, music studio, craft place, museum, hair salon, art gallery, movie studio. You're definitely a super creative person. That's something I can pick up for sure. All right, so everything is like full throttle in the third quarter. You're really into whatever it is you were planning for. It was almost like a soft launch in the second quarter. In the third quarter, starting July, you're really in it here. You're full hands on here in the third part of the year. You've got Sun in Cancer with resources. You keep getting resources. So your resources are increasing, allowing you to expand and be able to pursue that creative project or thing that you're doing much better. You've got radioactive material. It reminds me of the Kryptonite, Superman, just the way it looks. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna actually take that. Why not? Superman and Kryptonite. And you've got migration. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right. We're gonna go far, my dear pile number 1. In the first year of you pursuing this. Good job with the planning. All right, you've got the Hermit. You found the light. Amazing. Okay, I've got great news for you. It's even green. You've got Temperance. Wonderful. I feel that you're actually moving somewhere. Carefully, though, with Temperance. All right, Temperance does give us more information about this migration. You've got the 7 of Wands. Right, I need one more card for this. Action of Cups. Keep seeing that you are on the right path here. You found the light at the end of the tunnel with regards to this thing. So what am I seeing here? I'm seeing something amazing for you in the third quarter. We've already discussed what you're up to here. But in this third quarter, as you're working passionately and you're building and it's working, there's something about what you're doing that gives you superhero, so to speak, powers. You found something that makes you a superhero. Let's talk in terms of social media because that's what gives me the first idea. Let's say you're starting off in social media for the first time and you're still putting out your videos out there. And then by accident, you post a video and it goes viral. And everyone's like telling you, oh my God, you are so amazing at this. You're like, oh, you like that? I didn't know that was good. Oh, we love it. You're amazing. And you've got suddenly millions of people watching you and they love this particular video that you've done. They love this particular theme or topic even that you're good at speaking at or something. And you go viral. And you found your kryptonite. You know that when you give your audience what they love, this makes you a superhero in this passion project that you have. Same thing, we can go on with examples. I don't want to waste your time. Like you're a musician and your audience, they love listening when you have higher notes. So they're like, oh my God, we sleep better when you do that. I feel it. I feel like I can dance. And that's what they love. And you're like, you found your kryptonite. So I hope I was clear, was able to be clear and what I mean by finding your kryptonite and what makes you a superhero in that very thing that you're so into, that you're creating, that you're so passionate about in this third quarter of your year. And by this time, it seems like you've got more resources. I did see, well, we don't have the tarot cards anymore, but you remember the 4 of Pentacles when I told you it was resources, you have your hands on resources. It seems like you were able to put your hands on different outlets, different places, it does say place, of resources, and you've amassed by the third quarter a lot of the resources that you need. You feel like the resources are helping you irrigate your land, and in a mass scale. So you're expanding, and perhaps this is why you've got the card migration. There is something about your third quarter. Not only is this really working out and you're becoming the superhero, but because you are becoming the superhero and you're expanding very quickly, it looks like there is a migration. With the Hermit, you were trying to find your way out. You were trying to make this work. You were trying to figure it out. And with this Kryptonite, the green, you're like, I found it. I found how to get where I want to go. And somehow you want to expand really quickly, or you want to migrate. You want to go somewhere. Maybe this is you going, my job has been, maybe this is the quarter where you go, right, my project is working great, I can leave my job. Or this is the quarter where now you get to expand your business with investors. Maybe you're expanding with place here. I missed that. Maybe with place, it means you're expanding to different places. Maybe this is your shop, and now you get to expand to different areas, different cities, different provinces, or different states, So, yeah, I feel like you're moving into a much bigger thing. You're more free as well. You are able to migrate to far more longer horizons, wider horizons. But you're also need to be careful with this phase of migration, because although you can see the light, you know where your destination is, you know where to go exactly, there's something about this phase that will require effort, of course, from you. Like a lot of effort here. There's a lot of climbing to get there. Why? Because it seems with the Seven of Wands, you've got a lot of challenges. And these are not challenges that are, oops, this one didn't work out. Fine, we'll look at something else. These are massive. I want to say borderline, even dangerous if you're not careful, with all the sharks roaming, like you can have something taken maybe from you with the shark. You can maybe get yourself hurt. So for example, this could be legal things maybe, and you want to consult a lawyer, an accountant. Like you have to be careful with migrating a contract maybe. You have to be careful. Maybe you're expanding your business to a new country, so you have to study the situation well, or migrate there very carefully, so that you don't lose your resources, you don't lose your money, you don't lose time that you need to expand your business. We can go on forever, but you're like, I get it. I know what to do now. I have this massive idea on how to expand and grow and move to further away lands or places or something like that. But I have to be careful because there's this challenge and this challenge and this and this and this. And you're like, yikes, if I'm not careful with this. And there's the shadow here. You have to be careful with your actions. But otherwise, these initial things that you have to be careful with. Other than that, my dear pile number 1, the path is beautiful moving forward from that initial phase of expansion. It is where your heart wants to go. This is what you wanted from the very beginning of the year. Your heart's there, you're enjoying it. This is the beautiful path that you've been envisioning when you were roaming in the dark, not knowing if you will ever get there. Although you were always enjoying it, I did see that from the very beginning. From its inception, you've enjoyed the creativity regarding it, but now it's serious. Now that's the path that you actually wanted. That's what you've been doing everything for. It's working out for you. Your path is taking you in the path of your desires and your heart, and you're just loving it. You're loving it. So yeah, that's why it says creation workplace. You're really in it. you're in it to win it, but you're in it because you're super passionate about it. You're enjoying it. You have the resources now. You know what ticks, but you're very careful in terms of migration into where you actually want to go, what you've envisioned for yourself at the beginning of the year when you were planning. So, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your third quarter, July, August, and September. Now we're going to move on to October, November, and December, which is the last quarter of your year. And let's see what you're up to during that time. Can't wait to see. My dear pile number 1, overall, as evident from your significator card, it is a joyful, a beautiful year that resonates truly with what you want to do and where you want to be at. If you've picked your pile, I am so happy for you. By the way, this is also a pile picked by Spirit, just so you know. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. You've got big expense. Ooh, fancy. It's under the category of money. And the keywords are money wasting, gift offering, pleasing, helping others, being generous, emotional, buying. So maybe you're doing both, you know? You've got Mercury in Taurus with resistance. So something is resistant for a while and then it starts working out. Gossip. You've got the sun, of course. Of course. Here comes the sun. Da, na, na, na. That's probably what they're saying. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. They're like, look at that person. They think they're the sun. What's up with them? They're so lucky. You've got the World card. You keep getting butterflies in your reading. You've got the Spirit. That's the Queen. Spirit of Swords. Queen of Swords. There is a fate that's going to be revealed to you towards the end of this year. Towards the end of this year, in winter particularly, there's something that's going to be revealed to you. You're going to be able to see it. A detail, but a very important one that you didn't know about, and Spirit will be revealing to you towards the end of the year. This is a big deal, and it's probably going to change your next year, 2027, massively because of this, and it will be revealed to you. It is obviously a very positive one. Of course, it's an amazing one, but it's gonna have a huge effect on the next year, the following year, 2027. Just so you know, it's there. Otherwise, what do we see? In the fourth quarter, it looks to me like you're doing well. It looks like you get a lot of money, and but your spending is big. Your appetite on spending is big. So be careful, my dear pile number 4. This is not saying, don't spend on what is important. Maybe you're going to make a big investment, right? And that's a good thing. Since, if you planned it well, it's a good thing. But I see a lot of spending. I see why. Because not only are you spending on your investment, or maybe you are pampering yourself a little bit, or maybe you're buying a big expense to reward yourself for all of the hard work you've done in that year. Whatever this is, at the end of the day, I'm picking up on the idea that you can afford to get something amazing for yourself, and there is a big expense towards the end of the year that you're going to make that is going to bring joy to your heart. But also there's a lot of spending because, as the card shows, you're still helping others. I love you. You're such a sweet pile, my dear pile number 1. You really deserve this. So you're getting money and you're like, we're helping. We're going to continue to help, especially that you know that something happened in your environment and you're this light being that is there for the people around you. You can see that something is not right. Where was the card? Anyways, so yeah, you're helping the people around you. You're still doing that. And this is the quarter when people really start to see that things are, that's what the cards are choosing to show. So the energies tend to give you an idea about what's going on in your life. Also, what's on your mind in that quarter. So in that quarter, you're like, oh, all the things I had to be careful with and stiff with, and where all the areas where I had to be strong and stubborn and stand strong, yeah, are starting to become easier. Yeah, you were very wise this year, or you're going to be very wise in 2026. You're going to be careful. And I saw you being careful with your resources, being careful with what you need to do, planning things well. So yeah, there was a lot of we have to be careful, and towards the end of the year you're letting go a little bit, you're letting loose, or things are starting to work out for you where it's not so strict and stiff anymore. There's let go, a little bit of a let go, if not a lot of let go, towards the end of the year. So much so that it shows, obviously, with the gossip card here. It shows people are talking about it. Everyone's like, hey, here comes the sun. Do you see? Do you see how they're living? Do you see how they're feeling good? Or do you see that empire they're building? Empire building. Maybe someone has to do something with the empire building. Anyways, do you see how they're glowing? Do you see how happy they are? Do you see they're able to help so many people? Do you see how they are succeeding? Whatever it is. But a lot of people are talking and they're like watching you. Some are impressed. Some didn't expect you to, and some are downright jealous. Life. So, but you're shining bright. No one can miss that in the fourth quarter of the year. You're shining. You can't miss your light, as if you could miss a light being like you anyways, but you can't miss it now. Everyone can see how well you're doing. You feel it's a new beginning financially for you, because you feel with the Ace of Pentacles that you've got in this quarter some money to help you keep afloat, to help you breathe, have breathing, to help you experience the world more than your environment. Not just your environment, but I feel like you're starting to step out of your world and experience it, especially that the world card is next to it as well. So you're coming out of your own world, your own city, your own company, and starting to see the world a little bit, going, oh, I can have a breathing space to experience the world, whether in time, whether in space, like the distance or the land, different lands, whether in experiencing life in general. You have breathing space for that. You can come out. You have that money that allows you to do that in the fourth quarter, whether this is through a bonus or the project that you've been working on that's going to bring you a lot of wealth in, or who knows, anything, an inheritance or anything. But in the fourth quarter particularly, there is good lump sum of money coming to you, and it allows you to breathe. And there's a surprise here. It's going to unveil in the right time for you. We're not supposed to find out exactly what it is. You're meant to see it with the Two of Wands, the card of seeing, in the right cycle of the year. But boy, is there a surprise waiting for you towards the end of the year. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your year. I did promise I will pull out some cards to see what makes you fortunate in the second quarter. If this is something that you want to know about, please stick around 2 or 3 more minutes to see what that is. So what makes you more fortunate, my dear pile number one, in the second quarter of your year? Wow. You are, first of all, spiritually, you are a light being, and you constantly choose to share your light and vibrate with light, with high frequency. So it's your first and foremost, it is your frequency and your choices that protected you spiritually at the end of the day. That's the first thing. The Hierophant, you were able to be informed about it. So you're somehow more informed, you're doing the right things for yourself, you're using the knowledge being given to you, perhaps even spiritually given to you, to protect yourself from this situation. Let's say an expert tells you before, like an expert in your city tells you, or you see the signs, you learn. You're like, oh, why is the economy doing that? For example, maybe I should do this. Or why is are the decisions in my company looking like that? Maybe I should look more into it. And you look more into it and you're like, oh, maybe I should look for another job quickly. I don't know what sort of information you're getting, but it's definitely one of the major reasons you're not part of this is because you're well informed and it seems you were wise. You've applied this information well. Action of Cups. There's something about you following your heart. You follow what's right for you. You follow your heart. That's who you are. So you are a light being who follows their heart. And because you follow your heart and you follow the light, you're able to see the shadow very quickly. You're able to see what's wrong pretty quickly, pick up early on. Like, you don't look at a shadow and go, I can't see anything. You look at the shadow and you go, that's a shadow. If there's a shadow, there's an object. There's light on something. That's why there's a shadow. So you are educating yourself, you're paying attention, you're following the right thing to do, the right, what's the Hierophant, the word in the Hierophant, applying exactly what needs to get done. The word will come to me. Applying what needs to get done well in order to not face this. Synchronicity. And you're, like I told you, you're a spiritual being who follows their sign. You could be getting dreams also. You could have your guides letting you know, showing you many signs. And you're like, hey, that's not a coincidence. You know, with synchronicity, it's kind of like a friend, for example, tells you one day, hey, did you hear they might do this, or sanctions, or this or that? And you're like, that's weird. And you let it go and you move on. Then, by accident, you are Googling something and it suddenly starts talking about sanctions, whichever topic you're Googling. And you're like, hey, that word sanctions comes up again. That's weird. And then 3 days later, you're on your feed on Instagram, and then you find an Instagram reel that says, here's what you need to do in case of sanctions. And you're like, what's going on with this sanctions topic? All of a sudden, I'm getting a lot of signs about sanctions happening. What is going on? So you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to follow my heart here. I feel like something could happen. Why don't I just prepare in case anything happens? So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And just in case, if anything ever happens, I am safe. I'm good. Or it won't affect me at all. So you start taking these actions and something does happen. And you're like, I'm glad I listened to the signs. And you're maybe even picking up your phone and talking to your family. Remember when I told you that I saw signs about sanctions? And they're like, yeah, you were saying something like that. And perhaps people wish they were even listening to you when they thought you were going mad. What signs are you talking about? Sanctions? What? So that's just a quick example to try to show you what I'm seeing in your cards. But it's mostly because you are educated, you follow your heart, you choose to follow your heart, you can pick up on things that are not right. You don't just sweep them under the rug. And you're going to be seeing a lot of synchronicities that sort of warn you beforehand. You're a light being and you're really being guided there, as you can see, my dear pile number 1. So that was your reading. This is the detailed reading of your whole year. I truly hope you've enjoyed it and that you've enjoyed how it was done this year in quarters, so that we get more details about each quarter. And yeah, I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your year 2026 in detail. And these are the decks that I'll be using today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, before we begin, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Lodolite. Your significator card is reciprocity with the keyword the mother. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Gemini, as well as Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so before we begin, I just want to let you know quickly what I'm planning to do in your reading. I'm planning this year to divide your reading into 4 quarters. 3 months each time, obviously, so that we get a more detailed read into your year, as opposed to the way I used to do it every year, which was 4 months, and then the third 4 months. Right, so that's the plan. Let's get straight into it and take a look at what you can expect, my dear pile number 2, in your first quarter of 2026. What can you expect? So, you've got the card good news for the first quarter. Amazing. It's under, looks like ink here. Anyways, it's under the category of happy event, and the keywords are advantageous context, favorable opinion, hope, opportunity, encouraging message, as well as healthy communication. I love this for you. So nice to see. And you've got the card Gambler. Okay. You've got Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Wow. Starting the year strong. And you've got the card Fire. I told you you were on fire in the beginning of 2026. That's so cool to see. Love this for you. Let's expand using your tarot cards so that we have a complete picture of the first quarter. So you've got the card Son of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands. So something's on fire here. Something's moving quickly, right? Ace of Cups. You're really going to love this. What's going on? You've got the Daughter of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords in all her glory. Right. And you've got sons and daughters here, and mother. Hey, some of you might be, just a quick idea, because this could be representing the womb. By the way, some of you, the good news for you is that you're going to be a parent. That's there, right? So, Son of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Well, it's very clear in the first part of your year, January, February, and March, it looks like you're going to be very excited about some great news that you're going to be hearing. Now, the only thing I'm a bit confused about is the Gambler here. Is this a risk, for example, that you've taken that will yearn great results, perhaps, or earnings, yield great results? So I just want to know if the good news has to do with the gambling. Yes or no? Are they connected? The Hangman, they're not connected. They are not connected. No, they're not connected. Opposite, actually. They're opposite. They're not the same thing. So, right. So we've got good news. And I do see that this is a year where you're going to have something that will be shining bright. Everyone's going to see it. You're going to be very proud of it. You're going to be the proud owner of something. It's going to like place you with ostentation societally. How do we say this? It's going to make, like, give you social points or something with ostentation. It's going to give you some form of social points that you're going to be on fire. Everybody's going to be like going, whoa, look what pile number 2 has. Wow, maybe they're saying congratulations. So with mother being your significator card, you're the proud owner of something. Obviously, you don't own your children if this is children, but you're the proud parent in that case of something. I will not leave you hanging. I will definitely, this moved, I will definitely try to find out what it is that you're owning in the first quarter. Desert. It's something that you don't have now. And then son, daughter, son, suddenly you have a lot of, not just one. So if you're a mother, you might get twins, or who knows, triplets. With desert showing up, I feel like maybe you already have children if you're a mother, and desert is just saying you couldn't have for a while, or right? But other than that, other than the obvious one, it is something that you've always wanted to have. You do not have it with desert. You were trying to own something like that maybe before, or perhaps before it was completely impossible to think you could have something like that, maybe. Yeah, and suddenly it happens. It looks, now I'm starting to understand the gambler. It looks like in the first quarter, you're going to be taking a risk, just taking a crazy risk, and it will actually land this ownership of something. It's going to make you so excited. You're like, whoa, it worked. The Son of Wands with the Knight of Wands, it worked. It's working. Actually, Son of Wands, it's working. I get to have it. Oh my God. And you are going to be so excited about it. Now, although this is a risky step that you're going to take, it does show with the Queen of Swords that there's a lot of planning going on. It's not random, right? It's not random at all. Queen of Swords shows us that although your heart really desires it with the Knight of Cups, and you actually moved in the direction that your heart desires, it's a crazy risk. It's kind of like saying, I want to buy this amazing house, let's say. It's crazy. Everyone's saying, are you crazy? What if you can't pay for this? How are you going to pay for that? That's a wild investment. Are you sure you're up for this? And you're like, part of you feels you can do it, that's the right thing. Another part of you is like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So you sit down with the Queen of Swords and you go, I have my eye on this. I really want this. Or you want to start a project, let's say. And everyone's like, don't be crazy. Don't take all of your savings into this project. Are you crazy? Anything like that. So you sit down, you take a piece of paper and a pen, you plan it. You're like, okay, so if I do this, if I make sure that happens, if I pay for that, then this happens, maybe I can make it work. So you plan for it, you jot everything down, you plan it meticulously with the Queen of Swords, you plan it very well. Although you really desire it with the Knight of Cups, right? With the Queen of Swords, you're not letting this desire distort your views of whether this is possible or not, or whether this is a good thing to do or not. And you actually go for it. I don't know if like getting a house is a risk that instantly shows that it was a good idea. But let's just go along with the example, just so we don't waste time. So you go ahead, you pay what you need to pay, Oh, then as you're paying and being worried and you take that risk, let's say your company goes, hey, pile number 2, you've done a great job. We want to promote you, and this is going to be your new pay. And you're like, oh, and on top of that, you get to have a big bonus because of the hard work that you've done, maybe towards the end of 2025, as an example, right? And you're like, oh my God, this is so lucky because now I get to pay the amount that I was worried about. And then my salary that's coming, that's bigger, allows me to actually pay this comfortably. So although that was a crazy risk, no one knew that circumstances were going to work out in my favor, but it worked out. Oh my God, I get to have this. And you are now the proud owner of this thing. Of this thing. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on the energy of the first quarter of your year. Obviously, these happen simultaneously. You take this risk, you go for it, you follow your heart, you plan for it very well, but you got your eye on this target. You feel like you can manifest this for yourself with the Ace of Cups, and you actually do. By following your heart, it's actually going to happen. It's actually going to happen, and then you get the good news. And it's a very favorable one, this good news. This is going to make you so happy. So let's, before moving on, take a look at what this news that's going to make you happy is. Although I don't want to get clarifications for everything. It is a long reading, but good news like that. Can't miss that. Clarify the good news. And we'll also clarify what it is that you're owning here, other than parenthood, which is not ownership. I did make that disclaimer. But what is it here that everyone's congratulating you on? We'll find out. So what is the good news first? My dear pile number 2? I hope I didn't say 1. My dear pile number 2. So Father of Swords, King of Swords. Authority. Good news perhaps coming from authority. I heard bank. I don't know how this could be good news, but I did hear bank. So maybe this could mean for some of you that a good amount of money is being transferred to your bank. That could be it. The authority here with the King of Swords could be your manager. It could be your professor. It could be someone in charge, like a governmental official or something. So you're hearing good news from something higher up. And 4 of Cups is a surprise. Yeah, 4 of Cups is a surprise. It's currently happening. Something is currently happening now, hidden, and it's going to show up as a surprise. You're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe this. You're going to be really, really surprised. Right, so good news in the beginning of the year. The cards don't want to show too much. Surprise, right? But we're going to take a look at what you're going to own. So can we get more information, understanding of this energy, please? So 6 of Wands. It is victory. It is victory and the rainbow coming after some dark times. Are these the swords or the wands? No, my apologies. These are the swords. They're not the wands. Well, anyways, I believe that when or any person who reads something, sees something, it's meant to be. So put it in the background. For some of you at least, you're going to win something. And it could be the winning of the, like gambling and winning maybe. But otherwise, 6 of Swords, you were slowly trying, this is to, we're asking, just so you know, and following up, we're asking, what is this that you're owning? It is saying that is something that was hard for you to have with the 6 of Swords. And it's slowly, as you tread through this slowly and carefully and mindfully, you are going to have it, which is kind of what we picked up here, actually. And we did see desert. I keep asking this question for you. What is it? What is it? All I can tell you is that this is something that you don't have right now, or you really felt you couldn't have. We keep getting that. You don't have it all now. You feel like you don't have much in order to get it. But slowly but surely, in the beginning of your year, you're actually about to have it. So yeah, that's as much information that I'm picking up with regards to these two things. And these are, my dear pile number 2, the energies that I'm seeing at play in the first part of your year, January, February, and March. Very, very nice. I love this for you. Looks like an amazing year where it's acting like a womb with the mother, and it's manifesting things, valuable things for you. Okay, so now we're going to be taking a look at what you can expect in the second part of your year, the second quarter, which is April, May, and June, to see what is at play, what energies are at play, and what you can expect during that time. What's about to happen for you in that time? What are your thoughts? What are you going to be focused on? What is your energy during that time? Okay, let's start with the oracle cards first. And you've got the Enneagram cash inflow. What a pile. Take me with you. It's under the category of happy event again. Oh my God. What are the signs here? I forgot. Taurus, Gemini, and Sagittarius. I love this for you guys. Great, great year. So the keywords are financial support, sponsor, patron, donation, good sale, inheritance, generous benefactor. Didn't I tell you guys I heard bank for some of you? So amazing. Yeah, good quarter. You're really enjoying money coming in. Good cash flow. Cash inflow is kind of making me feel like it's an ongoing thing, or something that gives you an ongoing thing. So that could be a good income coming from like your salary. It could be investment from something that brings you money, like stocks bringing you money, or investment in real estate, or a project that you've invested in that's bringing you good inflow. It could be inheritance, like the card says. But anyways, you're really getting a lot of money in the second quarter. That's better, more light. And I feel like it's also what's happening in your quarter. More light coming into your life. This is going to be a great year for you, my dear pile number 2. So you've got businessman. Ooh, fancy. Well, it's looking like it's money coming from business. What can I tell you? Like maybe a project you've invested, or stocks, that works too. Stocks, anything you've invested money in, or it's your business that's going to be bringing you a lot of money, or your work, right? We did think of that example in the first part of your reading. Perhaps that was going to be the good news. So yeah, money, a lot of money coming in. It's coming because of your work, your business, or your investment. You've got Saturn in Libra with devotion, okay? You've got death. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Daughter of Swords, you've got the Queen of Swords with you all the way. I feel like every quarter you are my pile of people who are wise, discerning. You are the people who plan everything. You don't let your emotions affect your decisions. Very wise people in this pile. So Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords. Seven of Wands. Ace of Swords. Okay, so I've got some great news and And I don't have, there's something that's not of good news. Because it does look like towards the end of the quarter, the second quarter, which is the first half of the year, something is ending here. But you're gonna tread through it very wisely, very intelligently. And although with the Nine of Swords, it might worry you a bit, it might even scare you a bit, you're gonna go, oh, what's that? You are gonna have all the light you need to overcome the challenges and create with the Ace of Swords a new beginning, even in the second quarter. Which means that although this event, and we'll explore what this event is in a moment, won't leave you hanging like that, is towards the end of the first half, where something massive ends, something big in your life ends, and it scares you initially, you're gonna go, hold up, there's the Queen of Swords. You're gonna go, okay, let's calm down. Let's think about this wisely. You're almost nurturing yourself with the Mother here, taking very good care of yourself. You're like, okay, so this happened, we're gonna be calm. What do I need to do to mitigate this situation here? Right. If I think about this calmly with all of the lights showing up here, I've got this, I've got that, I can do this, I can do that, I've got that, this, that, and the other. You look at the benefits that you have, and the light fires within you. You're like, okay, you know, with the bunch of challenges that I have here, I'm just simply going to do this, and that, and take it out of the way. And with the challenges that I have here, this, I respect, of course, that I have these challenges, but I'm going to do this to mitigate it, and I'm going to take it out of the way, and I'm still going to continue on forward with great force. So in the second quarter, you're getting this ending, but you're also creating a new beginning with the Ace of Swords, a powerful new beginning. Swords are masculine energy. Ace of Swords is force, moving something with force. You're not allowing anything to stand in your way. And although it initially does scare you, thinking about it wisely, I think you're going to have a good overview of the situation. Look around you, look well, and go, okay, we're good. Look at the eyes here. We're good. You're looking at the situation. You're daring to look into it. You're not like, oh, I'm too scared to think about this. And you're like, no, this is the time to think about this. What are we going to do? This, and you look at your overall situation. You're like, you know what? We're fine. Obviously, you don't want anything. Or maybe you're going to think, oh, okay, this was actually an ending that I wanted. Or it's an ending that maybe feel like it's a disaster in the beginning, but you're going to go, I can do this with the Ace of Swords. I'm strong. I can do this. And you are going to take every single challenge in your way out of the way. And you will create a new strong beginning that even you will surprise yourself with towards the end of the first half of the year, and you're going to be very proud of yourself. This is like you changing skins, you seeing the different colors of yourself, understanding what you're made up of, understanding how you are different things. You'll understand the different sides about yourself that you didn't even know existed. You get to see yourself better in tough situations where you go, right. And the cool thing about it is that you're going to assess it properly from its inception. Right when it begins, you're like, right, yes, I am scared, but we're going to think calmly about it. And you're going to realize that all of the things you're worried about, you can absolutely mitigate and take it out of the way. You're going to discover a power that you've always been holding that you didn't know you had and can use, and you're going to start using this power. Other than this situation in the second half of your year, your business, your work, your investment, it's doing great. And it's bringing you a lot of money in. So you're asking, Reem, I'm sure, what is this thing that is going to end? Let's ask. This is moving. I wanted to take this, but this keeps moving. So we'll pick up a card here. And yeah, we can always push these down. They don't have to be all the way up. And ask, what is that? What is that? Molting. Something is changing skin. Something is changing forms, right? So it's ending because it's simply changing forms. Father of Cups. With the King of Cups, it's something, unfortunately, that is dear to you, I guess. Four of Swords. It's something that brings you peace of mind, or at least, something that hasn't changed in a long time, or brings you peace of mind. These are two different, like, it has been steady with the Four of Swords for a long time. Something brings you peace of mind. Six of Cups. Childhood. It could be something that you've had since childhood. But the death here shows us that it's a transformation, right? It's something is simply changing forms, right? So it's not ending. It's just changing forms. Yeah. I feel like it's actually expanding. Yeah. These are the clues that I see, guys, in terms of the ending. But don't worry about this. You are going to be okay. It's changing forms. It's expanding. And you're going to be doing great. All right. So that's what I see in terms of the second half of your year, my dear pile number 2. Let's now shuffle your cards. We'll put these to the side. We're just going to shuffle your tarot cards and start preparing to see what you can expect in the third quarter of the year 2026, which is July, August, and September. What can you expect in July, August, and September, my dear pile number 2? I feel like your cards have been super generous. It's been giving us a lot of details. Some areas it would choose not to tell us exactly, but it's overall been very generous in like making us understand what it is that you are going to be going through. Right, so let's take a look at the third part of your year. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Let's see. You've got the Enneagram fear of failure under the category of blockage, and the keywords are lack of self-confidence, poor self-image, lying, negative stress, irrational anxiety, avoidance of tasks. Okay. You've got the cards Mars in Pisces with escape. Interesting. I love how the cards just show us a story. Okay, and you've got best friends. Nice, okay. You also have the cards roots. You keep getting roots. Did you notice? Right. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Didn't I tell you guys this pile is very wise? And it's your year, you know, the year number 6. Yeah, 2026, and isn't number 6? Hold on, I did do the math. The year number 1, numerologically. 2 plus 6 is 8 plus 2. Oh, it's, yeah, 10, exactly. It's 1. But 6, 2026 is also very Virgo energy, where you look at details. Like 5 was the year of change. 6 is the year of looking into details, right? And that's what you're doing. This is your year where your intelligence shows and how careful you are as a person shows. So, again, what can I say? In the third quarter, again, you're making important decisions. It allows you to escape something that could have caused you failure. You're laughing here and you're happy about it. Yeah, again, very wise decision, very smart pile. Gemini, Sagittarius, and Taurus. It doesn't have to be. I keep looking at your signs. I'm sorry. It really doesn't have to be the signs at all. If you're drawn to it, then that's it. But for me, that's all like the information I have. Right. So you've got Wheel of Fortune. Your intelligence in the third part of the year is going to make you very fortunate. Okay. You've got the 5 of Swords, and this is a very interesting 5 of Swords. We'll talk about it in a moment. And finally, you've got, wow, the 10 of Pentacles. Look, guys. In the third part of the year, it looks like something is worrying you. Because before this thing that is going to worry you in the third part of the year may have been on the surface not a big deal. You're like, oh, that's a small thing. We don't really need to worry much about it. And then somehow you become aware by the third part of the year that, oh my God, look at all of the things. Like, it's much bigger when you look at it in detail than you thought it was. So here you go again in the third part of the year, and you go, right, let's be calm, as you always are. Let's be calm. Let's now plan for this, because with all of this stuff going on, this could lead to some form of great failure or some form of great stress or block. So you calmly again sit down. You plan for it. This is if you want to name your year, it's your year of planning, and how your planning brought great success to you. So you sit down, you plan, and you go, right, in order to escape this, I have to do this, let me pay this first, or let me talk to this supplier first, or let me talk to my team and let them handle this first, whatever this is. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that, and then I have to start this from now so that when this comes, I'm ready for it and it doesn't affect me and this, that, and the other. Like, it's so intricate. You see this Wheel of Fortune, everything is connected in this situation. And you have to really be very careful in how you untangle it. You're like, oh, this is connected to this, and that's connected to that. Maybe we should start off here first. And if that goes loose, then that's loose, and that's loose, and the whole part here is loose, right? We can untangle this, and it'll take care of all of that. And as for this part, all I need to do is take care of this thing right here, which connects to everything. You know what I mean. And you're like sitting down thinking about how everything's connected. You're making a detailed plan of where to start, what to start with, what's involved in this situation, and you're nipping it in the bud. Now, I have great news for you. It looks like as you follow this plan, you're going to be very fortunate, because what this is going to do is that it's going to multiply your wealth. Why do you think, why did I say multiply? You're asking? It's because I see a worm, and when you cut a worm in half, they like turn into another worm. It's crazy. So I feel like this situation next to the 10 of Pentacles, although it was coming to beat you, it seems, with the 5 of Swords, beat you, bully you, whatever you feel this is with this type of energy, you were able to transmute that energy to your favor and allow it to come and make you multiply your wealth. So it doesn't have to be wealth with the Ten of Pentacles. It could be wealth, health, resources, right? Time, anything like that. Any valuable resource for you, really. So not only do you nip it in the bud and beat it, but you, because of it, become very lucky with the Ten of Pentacles, and you get more than you ever expected of that particular resource. I would say money, but I could be wrong. It could be any of the things we've mentioned. So very intelligent person. It looks like this time, you're gonna have a friend, a colleague, or someone, soulmate, platonic, someone who's dear and near, who's actually gonna help you mitigate this and help you escape this situation. You're going to have a buddy by your side. So who's that person that's going to help you in this situation? Ace of Pentacles. You know, this bark reminds me of a tree, like could be family for some of you. Laurel and Hardy, I just read, it could be a best friend. Duh. It could be a best friend since childhood or a dear friend. Yeah. So a valuable Ace of Pentacles, a valuable person, a person who is going to prove to show you how much they love you, how you're valuable to them, how they're valuable to you. Yeah. You're going to have a very good friend that will help you in this situation. So how are they going to help you escape this situation? My dear pile number 2 in September, in July, August, and September. Maybe it's going to happen in September, this escape, since I said September. But let's see. 5 of Wands. They're going to be fighting with you. It's, oh my God, and the Ace of Pentacles, they might help financially, but doesn't have to be. I'm seeing a lot of wood. So they could help you. They're going through this struggle with you. It's as if it's their own struggle. They're pushing through with you. They are giving you a valuable resource that you don't have, maybe, or that you need. They have this valuable resource that they can help you with, and they're fighting with you, and they have this valuable resource. So it's almost like you're the one thinking and planning. That's your side, and their side, they have this valuable resource, and together you are fighting through this. Yeah, they can get into the heart of things. They have a resource that can get into the heart of things. And how are they going to help you escape then? 9 of Swords. They're scary. You have a best friend or a family member or someone close to you. They're almost gonna scare whoever is against you out of this situation, like take you out through fear. Maybe they have these strong, fierce eyes. They're gonna go, what is that? Or something. Maybe that's one of the valuable resources they have, like this very strong character, like someone who you can't mess with, a force to be reckoned with. They inflict fear. They're very protective of you, obviously. Mother of Pentacles. Mother is your significator card. It could be a mother, by the way. This could be a mother. But otherwise, with the Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who is abundant in a resource, which is what I told you from the beginning. And it looks like their resource is their fierceness. They're fierce. And they will stand there, protect you like a mother, They're not letting go. They're like, they're going to take you out of this. It almost feels to me like they're getting it by the hand. Not aggressively, but they're like, hey, what's this? No, that's not going to happen. These are pile number 2's rights. Where are their rights? This is the law. This is this. what's going on with this situation. They take you out of this. So you planned it very well. It's almost like they're fighting with you through their fierceness, and they're going to be there, mother and daughter here, or son. They're there. They're not going to leave your side, but you're going to escape this easily. Maybe a little bit of a fear in the beginning, especially when you realize that, oh, this situation isn't scary, and then you go, oh my God, the things involved in this situation, and you go, okay, calm down. Let's dissect it. You're there, right there, thinking about it. Let's dissect it. You're nipping it in the bud. Good job, you and your friend. And and you're out of this in the third quarter of the year. You're not going out of this empty-handed. This will directly lead to you getting much, much more money or resources than you ever thought you can make or have, whatever this resource is. So it's a blessing in disguise, this whole situation. It allows you to tap into or get access to untapped wealth or resources that you couldn't have access to before. And because of this situation, you get to have access to that. So it's at the end of the day, at the end of the quarter, third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, you're going to think, oh my God, this was actually so lucky. I mean, I wouldn't want to go through this again, but this was so lucky because it brought about something amazing, amazing resources that I wouldn't have had access to before. So congratulations, that is amazing. And it's a wild year for you, my dear pile number 2. Did you not notice? It's full of ups and downs, like amazing news, but sometimes there are lows and you're trying to figure it out with the Queen of Swords appearing in every quarter. And every time you go through it like a hero. So very, very cool. And I'm seeing right now firelights. It's crazy. Like someone is celebrating in our neighborhood, a few blocks away. Firecrackers, I don't know, the fireworks. So it looks like in the fourth quarter, you will be celebrating something big. Because why would someone have fireworks now? And it's happening right as we're preparing for your fourth quarter. So there's a major celebration going on in your fourth quarter. Let's check out what it is. It's still going on. I don't know if you can hear it. Did you hear that? Anyways, let's find out. So you've got the Enneagram lack of ideas under the category of difficult event. And the keywords are being out of inspiration, unimaginative, tiredness, inner void, creative blockage, as well as blank page syndrome. Okay. You've got the card, Mercury and Leo with drama. You're like, roar, handling this situation, but let's see. If this is like creates drama or you're coming out of, let's see. It's a conundrum here. Ooh, you've got the card invisible things. Levitation, illusion, hologram, magic trick. Okay. Maybe all the fireworks, we're talking about a celestial event that will bring about something amazing for you. Let's see. Right, you've got microorganisms, invisible microorganisms, something you're not seeing again. This year it really wants to make everything visible for you, what you couldn't see before. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards, my dear pile number 2. So you've got Temperance. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Mother of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Is this signifying your friend being there as well, perhaps? You know, these were the cards that came to describe your friend and what they're doing. But anyways, You've got another lion, strength. Okay. So what are we seeing? October, November, and December. Fire and water with temperance, two opposite things. Two opposite things. What are you up to here? Yeah, fire and water. I think I understand what's going on. In this last quarter, there are some great things working out for you and some things that you are trying to heal and work out. So let's take a look at the good side. The good side is that at the end of the year, with the Mother of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, again, you're doing well financially. So that's sticking around, that's consistent with us the whole year in this pile. You're doing well financially in the financial aspects and the resources aspects. You're comfortable, you're doing well, you and your family, and you're feeling strong. You're living a good, strong life, healthy life. Your body's strong. So you're doing well on that side, right? That's the fire side. You're doing great on that side. Now, emotionally, water side, or there's something on the other hand, although very trivial, by the way, with microorganisms or invisible, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have its weight on you. It doesn't have its effect on you, right? Or maybe you might have seen it as trivial or didn't see it at all with invisible things, but it turns out to be very important in the last part of your year. It looks to me like at the end of the year, you're pretty much tired, feeling a bit or a lot uninspired. And because you are so tired, you start feeling like the little things that didn't bother you anymore before, or the things that you didn't even see at all, they start taking a toll on you. And you start feeling like they're a much bigger deal than they are. Some things may turn out to be an important deal you just didn't focus on before. Some things you might find yourself making big deal out of something. It doesn't mean that to you this is not true. It just means that it's simply because you are tired. You're really tired. So while you're doing very well on the financial and health front, you are quite tired towards the end of 2026 on the energy levels. So you're depicted as a lion twice. In all cases, you're in a strong position, which means here that perhaps you want to take care of yourself and heal with temperance in the other area that you saw as small and wouldn't affect you. So my advice to you, my dear pile number 2, having seen all of your reading, I would say in the next year, of course, work hard, do what is necessary. You've got a lot to take care of. You're going to win every single time, even here. But having seen all of your reading, I would give you the guidance of taking it easy. You're already calm with the Queen of Swords. You plan things well. But try to take it easy. Don't take on much. If you need to do that, like notice, listen to the little things, and don't take things for granted and go, oh, they're not going to bother me. You know, take good care of yourself and try to look at the things that you could overlook in general if they are kind of hinting or tugging at your attention, showing you that there is something there to focus on. Maybe there is a chair that hurts your back, you know? In that case, change that chair. Don't wait until the end of the year for that chair to cause a lower backache. If there's twitching light that brings you a headache, don't wait until the end of the year where you hate sitting on your desk just because of this annoying flickering. Respect, like maybe there are whispers throughout the year telling you, hey, I want to go out with my friends, or hey, I want to eat healthier, I'm feeling a bit dizzy, or whatever this is. We can go on with examples forever, but I think you're starting to get the gist of what I'm trying to explain here. Don't take things for granted that are tugging at your attention throughout the year, and do something about them so that you don't reach that level of devastation or that level of tiredness, especially that you're a very strong person as you're depicted here. In any case, even if you do get to this level, I just want to point out that all of the things that you'll be feeling at that time is just the magnification and the amalgamation of all of the things, the little things that you've been putting to the side to take care of the big things. And don't let them get to your head and think that they're all such a big deal. Like, don't get into this conundrum of thinking you can't figure out your life, you can't fix it, what's going on, what's happening to me. Don't get into that loop that will just keep you stuck there. And instead, focus on the fact that you are a lion and what you need to do, because with energy like that, you can pick up on your energy right away. So this means, now is the time to look at the small things and start taking care of the small things. Was it this you taking for granted eating healthier? You need to do that. Is it that chair? Change that chair. Is it some exercises for your lower back? Do that. And it's time to take care of these little things that you weren't seeing at all, but they were there all along. They were creating a pattern all along. They're there, but you weren't seeing it. And it will be time for you, temperance, healing. You will use this last quarter. You're living a comfortable life here. At the end of the day, you're a strong person. You've got that strength that will refuel, that will give you back this fuel at the end of the day. So in the last quarter, it's your decision what you're going to do. And so your guidance here is healing. You'll be experiencing these things and you'll be healing with temperance. Rise above it with the stork. Rise above it. And you're very big. Rise above it. Fly high. And that is taking care of everything that's inflamed you. All these little things that you definitely have the space, the time, the resources, the strength to take care of now. And so the last part of the year, again, you're nurturing yourself. You're taking care of all the little things that you couldn't take care of before. If you take care of these little things, maybe you don't have, you feel you don't have the capacity to do it, that's fine. But if you can take care of it, you will change this fate right there in your year. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your year in detail of 2026. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your year 2026 in detail. What can you expect to happen next year? And the way I'm going to do it this year is that I'm going to divide the year into 4 quarters. This way, we get a more detailed reading than every year. Like the quarter, of course, as you know, is the first 3 months, the second 3 months, third 3 months, and the last 3 months. Yeah, and this way you get a detailed reading of what you can expect in your year 2026. Overall, I've done the first and the second pile. It looks like a really good year. I'm not going to give too away of my other observations. I'm just going to wait and see exactly what your reading shows. Right, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amazonite in the shape of a heart. Your significator card is the authenticity card with the keyword masks. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Scorpio, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready. We'll start pulling out cards for your first quarter of your next year, 2026. All right, so what do we have? We've got the card, the Enneagram Parliament, under the category of place. And the keywords are dangerous place, political party, court, sports club, management, as well as responsibility function. Oops, there we go. Let's keep that here. You've got the card niche. All right. So I think with niche, this quarter, you're going to be maybe focused on something in specific, or maybe in your work, you're going to be elected to be the one who does something specific. I don't know, too early. Let's wait and see. Ooh, and you've got the psychic card. Maybe some of you are going to decide in the first quarter of the year, maybe even elected to practice your psychic skills, right? So yeah, very cool. You've got the card Venus in Scorpio with secrets. Gosh, secrets, psychic. What is going on here? It's definitely like it's starting off with a strong energy in your in the first quarter. Right, so you've got the card Two of Wands, which is the card of seeing, right? You've got the Ten of Swords. I see you climbing now up. You've hit rock bottom recently. You found the light and you're in some area and you're climbing back up, right? You're using the very same lessons and the very same things that brought you down to pull yourself back up. So it's an upward journey in the first quarter. Wonderful. You've got the Seed of Thunder. That's the Page of Swords. And there's a huge leap that I see you doing or making in the first quarter. Right. So that's an overall observation. Now let's start focusing to see in detail your energy in the first quarter. Place. Responsibility function. I'm seeing something very interesting. I think this is something political happening in the first quarter, where you are, where you live. It looks to me like there is going to be some political decision that happens, but not for the overall country or for, like, let's say the overall economy or something. It's very specific, right? It's going to be an important, big decision, but in an area that's very specific. So it's not like in the health, for example, department, or in the health decision of the whole city or the state or the country. It's kind of like in the health, specifically when it has to do, I don't know, with diabetes or with the people who have insurance in that area or something. Do you see? So it's a very specific decision that's obviously affecting you. It is happening in the first quarter of your year, and it's affecting you because it's in your reading. Now, do you see how all of the birds are holding like their food? Let's say their catch. I am foreseeing that this decision that's going to happen is going to be beneficial for you. I'm hearing the word despite in my mind, but I was just about to go in a direction, but then I really heard the word despite. And so perhaps the decision may not initially be in your favor, but despite that, it actually turns out to be completely in your favor, and you even get a catch from it. You make use of it. You get a great benefit because of it. So maybe initially you're like, oh my God, that's not to my benefit. But you will be able to, in the first quarter, benefit so much from it. More than you have ever before. It's going to be a catch for you. But here's the catch. The way you're going to do this is that you're going to be able to see beyond what they are showing. And it doesn't mean that they're hiding something necessarily, but there's, with secrets here, I might change my mind about that. Maybe it's not the right time to reveal something to people. I don't know. But there are secrets here, not yet revealed. And there's something about how you look at this in your first quarter, whether this is health, whether this is like a decision in your company, by the way, making a decision about, I don't know, salaries or something, or how the promotion is going to go. I don't know. But there's something interesting here in your reading. This is the card of seeing. You're seeing beyond what they are presenting. So here's the decision in that specific area, and you're like, hold up a minute. There's something missing here. You're catching up on the missing part, the secrets that they're not saying. And because you're catching on to something that's not right, your intuition is going, look, this might hurt me later. You're enlightened with something. I think spirit enlightens you with something. You get that hit of idea. You see beyond what this company or what this decision is showing, and you go, hey, what if I don't go along, since they're giving choices here, don't go along with that, or I do this. Why don't I show that I have this card? I don't know what you're going to do. And maybe they're going to go, oh, we didn't think about that. Your card, I don't think you can use this card. And you're like, why? Isn't this what this card is for? And they're like, yeah, that's what the card is for. So something like that. I'm just trying to give you a funny example. Vague, but, so that you get the point. You foresee something. And it hits directly at what they are hiding, this company, or at least not revealing for now. And it doesn't have to be like anything malicious. Maybe they're not revealing because it's not the right time for something. I don't know. But you do see beyond it in the first quarter. Very specific reading. And so this is actually going to be very beneficial to you. Why? Because I already see you with the Ten of Swords suffering through something. Something hit you hard, or you're going through something rough and you've been going down, and recently you've hit rock bottom with the Ten of Swords. And perhaps your particular situation, as well as with your psychic abilities, it is what's going to make you see through something. And everything that you've learned leading up to the point, that breaking point, as long as what you're picking up will allow you to actually, this decision, take you out of that dark place that you are in, again, with regards to this particular situation. You're going to be going up, you're going to be using it to your favor, and you're going to be making leaps and leaps forward, simply because of that decision, which you have in the next year, initially thought of as maybe not so good, like what's going on here. But for you, it's an absolute catch. And I'm not going to leave you hanging there wondering, what is this catch? We can actually try to get information if we're allowed. These two cards are sliding out. Ooh, and there's a split here. We might just get some details. So what is your catch here? What are you going to catch in the first quarter of the year that is going to be to a great advantage for you? regarding that the rock bottom that you've hit. Achievement, Sun in Capricorn, the achievement. Not only are you going to take yourself out of this dark spot, out of this situation, but you're going to be making massive, with the leaps and the leaps, you're going to be making massive achievements. So this is all to your favor, which is great. You've got the harvest of wands, the king of wands. You're going to be in a powerful situation where you harvest all of the previous efforts that you've put in, the hard work, your ability to see through something, and you moving towards what you're trying to catch here. You're going to be in a very powerful situation. So whereas in the beginning you're like, is this dangerous? Only to find that it puts you in a very powerful position. And you've got the Lover's card. There's you feel loved, first of all, by the universe. It will make it clear what are the right choices to take. That's the catch. You're going to have more options, better choices. And these better choices, will allow you to expand, let your wings out, fly. It will transmute your situation, transform your situation, and you'll be able to be finally free. So in what area of life is this? Are we allowed to be specific here? Or is this going to be like different for everyone listening? Music group. Well, I will say with music, it is something that pulls at the hearts of your heart. It's something that you now absolutely care about. If you were to hear that you would be liberated from this situation, you will be free, your heart would sing. You would probably go, oh my God, really? That's going to happen for me? It would pull at the hearts of your at the strings of your heart. And you would be fluttering, very happy with excitement to know that you're going to be fully out of this. So that's what I can tell you about your first quarter. Obviously, you're going to be doing a lot of things, but that's the major energy, this decision, you seeing beyond it, you making use of it, making it as a catch for you because you see beyond it, and it's actually going to help you along with your efforts to go up and make leaps and leaps and achievement and find yourself and empowered, free, fluttering with happiness. Yeah, that's what I see. And this card that has all these masks, I feel like one of the aspects that your significator card is showing is revelation. You're going to see the truth through things this year. And first off, it is you're seeing beyond the masks of the decisions or the people that are revealing these decisions. It may be like a decision even at home. Who knows where this is? You can see beyond the mask. You can see where they're pretending, where they're hiding, and it's going to work out to your favor. One of these things, one of these decisions where someone goes, oh, so from now on, no one is allowed to take from this basket other than me because I'm worried about your health. This basket contains, I don't know, let's make something up, some licorice, and it's not good for you guys. Only I can take from this basket. So you go, there's something weird here. Is this person really looking out for us? Hey, wait a minute. Wouldn't licorice be good for my health? Didn't the doctor mention something like that? Yeah, I remember. I actually have it in one of my documents. So you go up to this person and you say, hey, you know what? It's good for me too to take from this basket just like you. And this person would tell you, what? Of course you can't take from this basket. It would be terrible for your health. And then you would say, remember when we went to the physician and he said that I needed to take licorice specifically. And this person would say, no. I don't think your doctor said that. So you call the clinic and your doctor confirms on speaker. Yes, this is definitely something that you have to do because it will be great for your health. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, that's like a very silly example, but I think it picks up on the idea of what I'm trying to say. And this person goes, oh, I just messed up here. Now this person is going to be taking even more than what I expected them to take from the basket, or they were taking from the basket. So it's a catch for you, but you have to see through it, which you will right away when they talk about this. First, you're going to see beyond the mask, and then you're going to see how this is actually a benefit to you, and it's going to create leaps and leaps in that area of your life. So amazing first quarter, starting off the year powerfully, revealing the masks, moving forward in an area that you really care about. Yeah, and using decisions in your favor just because you were able to see beyond it. Right, very interesting reading. Let me know what the first quarter was all about, my dear pile number 3 for you. I'm so curious. I love it when you guys come and let me know how this went, especially with the yearly readings. It takes time, but you guys always come back. Oh, so this is what happened here. So let me know. Do let me know. All right, let's now take a look at your second quarter's energy. What are you focused on? What is happening for you? Right, so you've got the Enneagram low price under the category of money. Right, so the keywords here are underestimation, under evaluation, frugality, austerity, stinginess, modest income. Okay. It will all depend on the cards right next to it. You've got Mars in Pisces with escape. Okay. You've got store. On vacation. Okay. You've got the card time. Something becomes valuable by time. Something crystallizes by time. Okay. That's cool. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, which are like appearing strong, especially these 3. Right, you've got the Judgment card. The Chariot. Again, the catch. The Death card, and this is a very interesting Death card because we see the animal here moving from a small shell to a bigger one. Dun, 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 dun. So there's a massive transformation there. And I see a leap forward. And I think we should actually stop there because these were the cards that were pointing out. And they're very clear, actually. So what am I seeing here? With regards to your income, or let's say purchasing power, it looks to me like in the second quarter, you're escaping the dynamics of what you're getting versus what your money can buy. So this is obviously talking about inflation, right? The inflation and how prices are currently increasing exponentially, and how the same money with inflation is not able to get the same thing. But here's the interesting thing with you. The mask, again, you're able to see beyond something, take off the mask of something. There's something very savvy and smart that you're going to do about your financial situation in the second quarter. Let's figure what you're doing out here. It looks like you're escaping this whole dynamic of, oh my God, what do I have versus the prices in the store or the grocery store or whatever you're buying, and how it's increased. It doesn't have to be the grocery store. It could be the things that you need to get in general. It could be a big purchase that you want to make versus what you have, right? It's going to differ from one person to the other listening. But over time of you figuring this out, it looks like you are able to actually make great use of this situation. So again, there's something here in your year 2026 about how things are working out for you, how things that you may have thought were bad for you turning out to actually be a blessing in disguise. This is the second time we see that sort of energy. So by time, as you're figuring things out here in terms of the inflation and buying things, you're fully escaping this. I think in the second quarter of your year, you're assessing things and you are figuring smart ways to move, making better catches, better purchases. Perhaps this is saving by time, right? Your savings become more worthy by time. The things that you have, the assets that you have, becoming the assets that you have by time are becoming more valuable. Whatever you have at the moment or whatever you're going to have become so much valuable that it allows you to escape this whole dynamic and move with ease along with your assessment of the situation. Again, change of skin, transformation. So I see you being able to expand longer, being able to go longer with what you have, with the assets that you have. They're able to make you survive longer. Maybe this is even talking about years and years and years to come. You're able to make ends meet, right? You are, your whole financial situation, in that case money, is transforming to a better, healthier way. You're able to move out of the survival mode to being able to be good. You're out of this with the Chariot. You're totally out of this and you've got what you need in this quarter. You're able to eat. You're able to catch the things that you need to survive. You're doing good. You've come out of this hibernation of, I have to protect myself, I have to protect my money, which is of course a healthy thing to do. But you come out of this mode. And not only that, but I do foresee, I will say something specific. If it's not specific, I'll tell you what it could mean. But you could even be moving in the second quarter to a better home, it looks like. You're doing so well, you're able to move to a better home. Maybe this is purchasing another home. If it's not a home, I would say your living situation is not so tight, just like the hibernation, it's not so tight, and you're expanding. I see expanding with the snake, expanding with the bear coming out of the hibernation, expanding with the smaller shell to the bigger shell. So I see expansion, big expansion in your financial situation in the second quarter of the year 2026. You're able to escape trying to survive, and your assets, your investments maybe here, it could be your work by time. This is your hard work by time, something like that is improving, is becoming valuable in the second quarter. It's proving to be super valuable. All the assets that you have are proving to be super valuable for you in the second quarter, and you're financially out of a difficulty. Maybe you had a lot of loans, right? And maybe doesn't have to be like buying things. It could be loans, you paying off things, just like we do in the grocery store. So yeah, I see you're out of a bottleneck and your financial situation is expanding by the second quarter. So lovely to see that for you, my dear pile number 2. Sorry, my dear pile number 3. And yeah, that is the energy that I see for the second quarter. A lot of financial expansion. And again, as I say, I'm sure there will be a lot of other things going on in the second quarter, but it is the main focus of your energy. That's what we're reading, a focus of your energy or the energy around you in any reading. And that's what we're seeing for the second quarter. Right. Second quarter is April, May, and June, by the way, of course. Third quarter is July, August, and September. So let's see what you can expect in July, August, and September specifically of your year 2026. Ooh, look at these popping out. Right, so your first card for the first quarter, September, October, and November. Sorry, October, hold up. July, August, and September. July, August, and September. Itinerancy. Hold on, let me check that. Itinerancy. And yeah, it's close. It's the act of traveling from a place to place. But it could be for work, especially for work. Right. So very interesting, very specific again. You've got seasonal work, traveling job, bar, yoga studio, travel agency, work on the go. Very cool. Okay. You've got camouflage. Okay. Hey, don't we have a card out here? Let's take that. Work of art. I know it's a work of art, but work comes up again. Great novel, creative genius, museum, art studio. Okay. Oh, there's a missing card. Saturn in Cancer with charity. All right. So it's like an opportunity being given to you in the third quarter, July, August, and September. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Nine of Swords. Wow, the King of Stones, the Harvest of Stones. This is the King of Pentacles. Right? Amazing. It will yield massive results, this opportunity. Oh, two cards. Seed of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And it's going to give you a lot of money. Six of Pentacles. All right, let's keep these here. Whoa, sorry about that. All right, so what am I seeing? Again, something very specific. Something is going to be massive, is going to be revealed to you in this third quarter. There's a camouflage. You're going to discover something. Okay, hold on. Let's wait about the revelation for a moment. It looks like your work, or because of your work, you will be traveling in the third quarter of your year. If you're not working, then maybe because of your studies, or maybe you're traveling with a family member or a spouse that is working. So there's travel because of work here. Who knows, if you're not working now, you might even like start your own business even that you're not expecting. And by the third quarter, you're even traveling because of it. You never know what's going to happen next. You never know what you're going to get next. So third quarter of the year 2026, you're specifically traveling. This traveling opportunity will be given to you. I see with charity that it's even going to be paid for you. The tickets to whatever this train, plane, or whatever mode of transport is, it's going to be paid for. The hotel or the place you're staying, it's paid for. It's given to you. Because of this trip, something interesting happens in this trip, and we're going to find out. I think you're not seeing this trip when you first go for what it really is, for its true potential for you. It's going to turn out to be super abundant for you. While you may be with the Nine of Swords very worried about this trip for one reason or the other, maybe it holds a lot of responsibilities, maybe you don't want to travel, maybe it's the first time for you to travel, I don't know, but I heard in my mind's ear, worried sick. So Nine of Swords, perhaps this is why your guides want to show you this, your guardian angels want to show you this about your year. They want to show you, don't go through this being afraid. Remember when this happens, that there was a trip, and your guides or your guardian angels and specifically are telling you not to be afraid, because it's going to turn out to be something amazing. So let it unravel itself by itself. It is with the Seed of Wands. It's the beginning of something very exciting, especially financially for you. So with the camouflage and the masks, authenticity, you're going to see this trip for what it truly is. You're going to see that this was overall actually a trip that your guardian angels took you towards, because it was meant to give you a huge abundance. And let's say it's their way to manifest this abundance for you. So initially, when you're going through this trip, and I want to see why you're so anxious here, you're so worried about it. You're like, please be with me, I'm so afraid. Is it a scary place? Or is it you're not familiar with traveling alone maybe? Or it's the first time? Or the responsibilities? We forgot to look at that. Work of art. Oh! Work of art. Perhaps it's expected of you. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I didn't read the cards. It's expected of you to do something iconic, you know, Leonardo, art, museum. Perhaps you're really, the standards are high for this trip. Expectations, the expectations are high for this trip, and you're worried. Will I pull this through? Will I be able to do some work that is worthy of celebration or being honored even? But you're going to see yourself, your true potential in this trip, because you will actually be doing something amazing that you never thought you could do yourself. You're going to discover more things about yourself than you've known, and just how much you can do, what you're capable of. And it's going to be the beginning, this trip. It's going to be the beginning of you finding yourself, of being excited about something that you didn't know you would otherwise be super excited about. And it's the beginning of great wealth coming into your life because of this. Maybe you're going to get a promotion because of it. Maybe you're going to become this leader that takes their team to do this job and there's good pay. Maybe you're a business person and you sell something somewhere and there's great market there. We can go on with examples here, but it's going to work out to your favor, my dear pile number 3, and it will be bringing you generous income in. It's going to bring a lot of harvest, and it's going to put you again in a very powerful financial situation. So cool. So now you know, when you're going on that trip, remember, you shouldn't be worried. Your guardian angels have already answered your prayers before you even made them. Okay, so that is what I see, my dear pile number 3, as your focus. your energy of the third quarter. And let's see now, what can you expect in the fourth quarter of the year 2026, which is July, August, September, which is October, November, and December. So what can you expect in the last quarter of your year, October, November, and December? Very juicy and an interesting year, isn't it, my dear pile number 3? Right. What can you expect in October, November, and December? The final part, oh, thanks, of your year. Oh, look at this Ace of Pentacles showing up. I'm actually going to take it. There's something here. There's a prophecy here. There's something destined to happen. There's a prophecy of you taking something valuable or putting your hands on something valuable happening to you. Let's see what it is. Right. You've got the Enneagram wealth. Money's after you next year. So it's under the category of money again, and you've got financial success, abundance, luxury, prosperity, inheritance, cash inflow. Amazing. Okay. Year of the money for you, my dear pile number 3. All right. You've got sports. It's as if money is running, increasing, running, is moving very quickly. There was a time when you were hibernating, and now it's like moving very quickly. Love that for you. You've got Sun in Gemini with versatility. I want to have more tarot cards here, so I'm going to place it there. Sun in Gemini with versatility. Yeah, it's giving you a lot of flexibility, all of this money coming in. So it looks like it's prophesied that you're going to be very wealthy in the last quarter of the year, that money's going to be moving very quickly for you, and so much so that it gives you a lot of flexibility in life. Like, let's say you have an issue or a problem with that. With money, it can give you this flexibility in that area. The cards are, of course, not saying in any way, shape, or form that money solves all the problems, right? But does it give flexibility? Of course it does. So let's say it gives you the flexibility to maneuver around a certain health issue because now you have better doctors, or you have access to, I don't know, like cool inventions that just come out that heal things. You'll be able to buy the latest technology. Let's say this what is it called? Right, apparatus. This apparatus helps you ground yourself, gives you this magnetic field. This red light or this light does this for you. You know, all the gadgets, all the supplements, all the access to the doctors, for example. So in that way, it helps, gives you access to good, healthy food. And so it helps you maneuver this health issue, for example. Or maybe you have an issue with your neighbor. They're very noisy, or they have a lot of, like, you're not comfortable where you are. Although with money, you would just move, wouldn't you? But let's just follow along. You're able to create better connections. That's very naive, but follow along with this neighbor because you help them out, so they feel, you know, they form a better connection with you, and then they're not annoying you or your family anymore. So don't take any of what I'm saying as guidance. I'm just like expanding imagination to try to explain what the card is showing. There's something about more money coming in fast, and it's allowing you to maneuver through the different areas in your life with more flexibility. You're like, oh, we have this problem, let's solve it. You know what? Just buy a plane ticket. Let's go there, finish it, and come back. Bougie. You know? Things like that is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you're definitely going to be very wealthy in the last quarter of your year 2026, and that is prophesied to happen for you. Okay? You've got the card nutrients. Nutrients. We'll find out. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So this one moved. I want to take it. Oh, and there's a split here, so I'm going to take it as well. Right. So you've got the 7 of Cups. Wonderful. Wow, it's an amazing quarter for you. The 9 of Cups. The Hermit. Okay, I now understood what the nutrients, the card is saying. You've got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so here's what's going on. In that last quarter, you're going to start experiencing a new form of life. So with the money that's coming in, you obviously have more choices now. And with choices comes more comfort, comes more solutions, comes more enjoying things that you didn't have access to before. So you have the power of choice. That's the real energy that's coming in, and it's coming in the form of money. This blessing of money is coming to help you have more options in life, to go, you know what, I want this. I want to live here. I want to do this in life. It's not like that's the best option or that's what you got to do. Now it's the name of the game here is options. You have options in life. I always wanted to do that. You have that option. I always wanted to enjoy that. You have that option. Dreams with the 9 of Cups are coming true in the 4th quarter. You're getting to enjoy life, and especially this honeymoon phase of this is the first time, this is the first time, this is the first time. Life reveals its good side to you. It removes its unreal side of it being terrible, of it being whatever it looked like, and it starts really being true to you. It gives you the opportunity for you to be authentic, to live your true authentic life. Hermit, I feel like you get to take care of yourself. There's a focus on you with the Hermit. You get to take very good care of yourself. The Virgo is work and health. So you specifically are able to take better care of yourself in your work and in your health. And with nutrients, while it's true, there's something about the health here because we've got rosemary here. So there's a lot of health aspects, health. But I'm seeing, you know how when there are missing nutrients, the body could go through things that it doesn't necessarily have to go through. And it could just be a lack of nutrient. So let's say a lack of a certain vitamin that someone's body's lacking, or iron or anything like that. They could be suffering from symptoms that could be severe. And by simply the doctor guiding them to supplement with something, it actually works out. The doctor looks at your blood or your reports and they say, oh, you know, you're not feeling well because you're lacking severely in this vitamin or this nutrient, and you need to supplement with that. You start supplementing with it and you're like, oh my God, who would have known that it was just a supplement or a vitamin? And so similarly, there are small things, or you deem as small in your life, because of your your financial situation. Like, oh, I'm not going to get this because I don't need it. I'm not going to pay for that because it's a waste of money. Oh, something moved here. Let's take it. I'm not going to spend this because it's frivolous spending. But then when you do spend money on that very small thing, on that small thing that you didn't refuse to pay money on before, you realize that it has such a huge impact on your life that you would think, oh my God, had I known it was the source of all of this suffering, I would have taken a little bit of my money and actually paid for that. I didn't know that I was causing more harm than benefit of not paying for that. So it's kind of this, like I paid for many, many, many other things that I didn't want to pay for simply for not paying for that thing. And so now you're going to be so wealthy that you're going to be paying for so many things that are going to be so minor for you to pay with nutrient, like so little to pay, that are going to have a massive effect on your life. You're like so much happier, so much relieved, so many things are going to start working, and you're going to go, oh my God, these things, they were so important. So that's the energy, that's the prophecy you're going to have, and it translates to wealth in your realm, in our realm, hello, that just simply allows you to have more choices, be able to get important things that open up many things in your life that were the reason for a lot of maybe even blockages in your life. Your health specifically, it seems, is going to get better. Perhaps you're going to get access to better herbs, better nutrients that allows you to get better. But with the Eight of Wands, this could be signifying many things: more communication with others, or it could be signifying travel again. So maybe there's a lot of travel in the fourth quarter. Maybe this would answer the Eight of Wands, because this is where I'm confused. So what is the Eight of Wands representing? Idealistic organization. There's something about either your work or your charity work or a project that you care about that will be making you travel. I would definitely vote for what you were going through here. So I think it has to do with your work. You're maybe enjoying your work more because it has a lot of traveling, and you're so excited about that. And there are so many people involved. So this could be both communication and travel. There are so many people involved that are part of this. You might even be meeting different people, like different in interests, different in companies, different in countries, different people that you'll be communicating a lot with, and all of you are passionate about doing what it is that you're doing. And there's a lot of communication in the fourth quarter between all of you, and there's a lot of traveling in the fourth quarter together. Yeah. And my dear pile number 3, I think this last quarter sums it all up. It looks like there is a massive prophecy that you will see come true. It's meant to happen towards the end of 2026 that will allow you to be wealthy and live an abundant and very happy life. This is not money coming in without happiness. This is energy coming in that is meant to fulfill your dreams, that is meant to make you emotionally fulfilled and happy. And yeah, bit by bit throughout the year, one layer will be revealing, and one layer will be revealing another, and another will be revealing another. And perhaps the whole year is a prophecy peeling just like a banana until you enjoy the whole fruit yourself. And my dear pile number 3, what an amazing year. I wish you the best of luck in 2026. It looks amazing for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 4, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your year 2026 in detail to see what you can expect. And I will be getting into detail more even than last year by dividing your year or doing readings for each quarter all on its own. So 3 months by 3 months. We're starting off with January, February, and March. Then we're going to be taking a look at April, May, and June. Next will be July, August, and September. And finally, October, November, and December. I truly hope you enjoy your reading. I really enjoyed it for the first 3 piles. Can't wait to see what magic the 4th pile brings. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. Your significator card is the passion card with the keyword the fire. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Leo, as well as Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, let's get straight into it. I do see the first card. For the first quarter, January, we got to January, February, and March. Let's put this to the side before we begin. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So for the first quarter, you've got outer space. Wow, one small step, and then you've got space. Very interesting. It almost makes me feel like you are going to be taking one small step that's going to take you out of space, like out of this place. It's going to be a massive big step. Looking at your significator card with passion, it looks like you're going to be following your passion, following what you love. You're going to be taking one small step, and it's going to take you out of space with the step that you're going to be taking. Oh my God, you got the card Globe. Are you kidding me? It almost feels like whatever you're going to be doing here is going to either be international, or is going to be the best in your industry, or the best in your field, the best in whatever it is that you want to be doing. Like, let's say, it doesn't have to be work. Like, you want to lose weight, for example. Then you are going to lose exponential weight, and you're going to be looking your best. You're going to be very healthy. Or the other way around, you need to gain weight, then you're going to be gaining weight, you're going to be looking your best, and you're going to be healthy, and so on. So yeah, whatever this step is towards, it's going to be amazing, like out of this world, the sort of results that you're going to be getting from it. Right, you've got the Enneagram Clemency. It's under the category of professional quality. So the keywords are integration of pleasure. Didn't I tell you? What you're going to do is going to be something that you are really passionate about and love. It's very clear. The other keywords are error, acceptance, realism, flexibility, openness to others, as well as capacity to delegate. We've got a lot of keywords here that are very useful. Okay, you've got the card Mercury in Libra with influence. Okay. You've got, we already have cards from this deck. Oh, symbiosis. Very interesting. All right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Four of Cups. It's definitely something you're not expecting your year to look like, my dear pile number 4. Not at all. This year is going to come as a huge surprise for you, the way it's going to roll. You've got the Lovers. I think there's love here, potential love. Right, you've got the High Priestess. And you've got the King of Swords. So what do I see for you in the first quarter? As I've mentioned, you're taking one small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. So you're taking one step that's going to make a huge, unexpected change in your life. So much so that not everything that you're going to be experienced as change is meant to be revealed to you in your reading today with the High Priestess. You're meant to find out in due time. There are many surprises to come. But overall, you do see that you're going to be taking a step towards something that you really love. You're going to be passionate about what you do. And perhaps why we've got a lot of love here, it doesn't have to be, falling in love, although it's very strong here. It could be you falling in love as well. You might be falling in love in the first quarter. But if not, then it's talking about falling in love with what you're doing. And it looks like with symbiosis that whatever it is that you're going to be doing, it's going to be affecting and helping others. And so they will be helping you, and whatever they're doing is helping you. It almost feels to me like a business. Almost. It doesn't have to be. But like, if it's your work, you're really benefiting your company very much, and they're very happy to pay you your high salary, for example. Or if these are your customers, then you are actually bringing out a great product or a great service, and your customers are very happy to pay for it. Each one thinks that it's the other that's benefiting them. So yeah, what you're about to do is going to take you to faraway places that you never thought would take you. You might even be traveling with the globe and the outer space here. You might even be traveling, but at least your product, your service, your effect will have widespread effect. Your effect will have effect. Your whatever you're doing will have widespread effect, and you will stand in awe in the first quarter, not believing how your life completely changes in a few months. Completely changes. And you will be a person who continues to tell others the wisdom of just take that step. You won't believe what happens when you take a step. Just take a step towards whatever it is that you want. You will never be able to guess what could happen when you take a step. You'll be that person. So, because things are changing in such a massive way in the first quarter, I see you being very strategic. You're learning a lot, first of all, with the King of Swords. You're learning a lot, you're observing a lot, but you're not just learning to learn. You are picking up on all of the information and analyzing the information to your favor. You're going, right, so when I do this, this happens. How about I do this way? This takes care of this, and this takes care of that, and I will have the time to do this. Why don't I focus on the important stuff? Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? So you're simultaneously taking steps with passion, but also making plans and learning from the feedback, making strategic moves and strategic plans for the quarters or the months to come. So yeah, amazing for sure, and things are working out for you. There's something about you thinking that everything's working out for you when really everything around you thinks that you are the one working things out for them, you know? So yeah, it's probably why it's going to be so out there, so amazing with success, because you're definitely doing something super beneficial, even if this is towards yourself. What you're doing to your body, for example, the healthy food that you're eating is definitely making your body feel that it's reviving, that it's able to pick itself back up, it's healthy, and so it's giving you the results that you've always been looking for because of all of this health. It's giving you great hair, great skin, great body, great form, everything. Okay, so yeah, my dear pile number one, you are going to love your first quarter. It's almost going to feel like a totally new world, out of world experience this first quarter of your year. Very cool pile. There's love here. There's love here for someone. Let's ask, does this mean falling in love with someone else? Because with influence, like I said, this is talking about how you're influencing others and how others are also others' actions are influencing your life. But is this love also for some people? Hermit and Queen of Pentacles. Yes, it is. You're alone and you feel with the Queen of Pentacles fulfilled in that area, fully fulfilled. So if this is love for some of you, this is going to be an amazing person, a person who worked a lot on themselves. Also could be as well a wealthy person, but definitely someone who loves to take care of themselves well, take care of their lives, take care of their body, their wealth, their mind. Like I say mind because of the branches out of the mind. So yeah, it's just a well-rounded person, it seems here to me. Wise, grounded, because the queens are grounded energies. There's someone who's worked a lot on their healing because queens are healing. Yeah. And so you here it shows that you are single. If you are single, this is for you. If you're single and looking, this relationship is definitely for you, and you're really gonna love this person. You think you're gonna be blessed to be with this person, and so will they, of course. Okay, so my dear pile number 1, this is all the energy that I see going on in your first quarter. It is massive for sure. Now I'm so curious what to expect in your second quarter. And to do that, we're going to first shuffle your tarot deck. Next, we're going to be taking a look at your second quarter, which is April, May, and June, to see what you can expect next. Also, understand and realize that many other things could be happening, but it doesn't. But the cards are just showing you the most energies that you will be focused on during that time. Right. So, my dear pile number 4, what can you expect in your April, May, and June period of your next year, 2026? Right. Let's pull out your cards. So, you've got the Enneagram Danger under the category of difficult event. And the keywords are hazardous. I heard in my mind, or actually saw a vision. I heard be careful as we were reading this, of course, obviously. But I did hear it, here, be careful. And I did see someone falling and breaking a bone. So it could be like inspired because I saw that. But I did see that vision. So be careful, like watch your step, I would say. And this card could be saying something else entirely. Even then, since I saw that vision, I would say be mindful of your step. And you can, if you're not usually mindful with your step, like practice from the beginning of the year to watch your step, walk slower, be mindful of your environment. You know, don't just walk around and not paying attention. When you're walking around it, like, yeah, pay good attention to your environment. Something that I saw, thought I should share. The keywords are hazardous, random, risky, unsafe, uncertain, as well as without guarantee. Let's see, depending on the neighboring cards, we'll find out what this is trying to say. You've got priest, okay? And we can see here the word confession. Also celibacy, rabbi, pope, monastic, missionary, anyways, forgiveness. You've got the card Jupiter in Cancer with speculation. And you've got the card Roots. I'm going to place it here because I want more space for your tarot cards. Right, you've got 3 of Cups. You've got the Lover's card again. So if you're in love, your love story is going strong. In the second quarter, there's a lot of love. You're falling more in love. You've got the Chariot. And you've got the 7 of Cups. Right. We do have space for one more card. And the High Priestess. That's undetermined, this part. How you move forward depends on what choices you'll be making. So here it's undetermined. The result is undetermined because it will all be depending on what you choose. So what's going on here? Also, the Lover's card is a card of choice, by the way. So here's the thing. I feel in the second quarter, you'll be very tempted, especially with confession. You know, it's like you do something and then you confess it to the priest. I almost feel like you're going to be very tempted to take some form of massive step. Obviously, your heart desires it. Also, you have a lot of people encouraging you to take that step. And I don't know, part of you with the priest, like spiritually maybe, or in your heart, you feel that this step, you realize that this step could be dangerous. Could be dangerous. If you take, that's why it's undetermined. So here's the thing. It's not determined yet what you're going to do. Choices, cards, all talking about choices and undetermined result, which we've established from the very beginning. So here's the thing. There's a strong energy and it's not determined whether you're actually going to take that step or not. But there's something here very dangerous, at least if you're not careful, about something that you'll be wanting to do in the second quarter of your year 2026, especially that you have many people encouraging you. Go for it, go for it. Yeah, that's really good. Maybe society is not so aware of its dangers, or the people around you maybe don't have experience or don't know how dangerous it is. They love you, obviously, with the Three of Cups. They're just looking out for you. And so this is not saying it's wrong or that it's right. It's simply saying that this step is going to be very dangerous. Why? Because it might look to you, to the naked eye, without the eye of sense, the eye of intuition, the eye of following what your emotions are telling you. It might look on the surface to be a small deal. Yeah, I can do that. That looks small. Only to find out that it is a big, 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 big deal. That it's massive. It's huge. It's a huge deal. And it entails far more details, intricate details. And it takes you down a long rabbit hole that you never thought it would take you down towards if you are not careful. So this is basically saying, depending on whether you will actually take the step or not. But more importantly than taking the step is with the priest studying and learning more about the step. Is being informed, asking experts before you take something, or studying a situation very well before you take that step. Because the reason it's undetermined doesn't have to just be the choice of whether making it or not. There are many choices here. The choice of not moving forward, the choice of moving forward without educating yourself, the choice of educating yourself and moving forward, the choice of educating yourself and not moving forward. You know, there are many, many, many choices, and it's undetermined what you're going to choose to do. The power of choice is in your hands. So it's not necessarily saying that boxing or the activity or whatever it is that you're passionate about here and would really love to do, following your fire, that it's necessarily wrong. It's just simply saying that if you don't look at the layers upon layers upon layers and how deep this goes, that thing that you want, it can be terrible and very dangerous and maybe even detrimental. So it is simply saying follow your heart, of course. And maybe if you follow your heart by studying something well, you might realize that, hey, with all the trouble that's coming with this, maybe I can make my dreams come true, or what I'm passionate about through another means, right? Or another path, another door. So, yeah, it's a quarter where it seems you'll be looking at this thing that you want, studying it, learning more about it if you choose to, leaving it behind or getting into it carefully because now you know what to do. It's this whole quarter, that's what you're mostly focused on or up to, as well as your love life if you're single and you're looking. There seems to be a love connection going on here that's growing deeper by the day. And yeah, depending how you move, you will be moving, taking action during that quarter, this quarter, even if the action is moving away from it, from this idea, but you will be taking action, making a decision, taking action during the second quarter. And yeah, what's going to happen there is totally up to your decisions. It's in your hands. But yeah, overall, be careful with your step, first of all. Second, and but not least important, maybe even more important or as equally important, think well. Think and educate yourself. When you find yourself in the second quarter going, oh my God, I would love to do that, please go ahead and study it. Think about it. Look at your options. Look at what you could do. Look at everything. Listen to your intuition. You know, if your intuition is going, don't feel so good about that, then study that part. And overall, ask questions. Don't be afraid to confess what you're worried about or confess your shortcomings to experts or people who can give you more information, because then they can help you better. So yeah, keep all of these things into consideration. But overall, in this quarter, you're definitely studying something that you are very excited about. It might be in this step that you've taken, and because things are expanding in this way for you, these might be things that are new to you, right? And it might not. It might just be something else entirely that you are excited about. So that is what you're up to in the second quarter, my dear pile number 4. So cool. Now we're going to be taking a look at what you can expect in the year 2026 when it comes to the third quarter, which is July, August, and September. So excited. Let's see what you have there. Very cool year for you. Indeed. What can pile number 4 expect in their next year, 2026? What can they expect in the year 2026? Okay, so I see that one. Let's take it. You've got life. So the keywords here are after death, stillborn, wildlife, aliens, endangered species, and so on. So we've got life, right? Some of you might be giving birth, or your partner is giving birth. That's also there in the cards. You've got the Enneagram arduousness. And I see this Enneagram. I'll take it for the fourth part of your fourth quarter. So let's take that out of the way. So arduousness under the category of difficult event. And the keywords are exhausting work rhythm, difficult working hours, harassment, physical. Are we allowed to say that? Let me just take a note. Physical strain, as well as painful postures. Oh no, we also have dangerous environment. All right. Let's keep that there. You've got the card. You've got 2 cards here. Sun in Libra with harmony. 7-7. You've got Jupiter in Leo with publicity. Okay. Something about your name here, you being international, Terra, your reputation being like have an amazing reputation everywhere. There's something about that, going international, maybe something like that for sure. Okay, you've got the card Storm, and you've got Pets. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, as well as, yep, we do have space, the, wow, Knight of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. A lot's going on in your third quarter. July, August, and September. Where do we begin here? Right. So other than the fact that you may be a parent here, other than that, it looks to me like you're going to be experiencing life and like living life to the fullest in this quarter, experiencing all sides of life. What am I saying? So much is changing, but also becoming a strong part of your life. First of all, I do see you working hard. So you're very focused on your work. But this part is not going to, since we're speaking about life, is not staying there forever. You won't have to work hard forever. I do see harmony. Eventually, your hard work will come into balance, right? But is that a strong part of your third quarter? Absolutely. You're also effectively in the third quarter trying to find balance between many things that are going on. You're trying to make it work because you have a lot of work, and that part is not easy, but you're passionate, right? You love what you do, but your dreams require you to work hard during that time. Your name is becoming public maybe, or is everybody's pointing towards you or your business or your brand or something. It's like, wow, did you see pile number 4? Did you see pile number 4? They love what you do. They can see your passion. They love, yeah, it's mutual. You love what you do. They love what they're getting from you. Also, there's something about your pets. Be careful. They're there with your pets during that time where, you know, you're in love, following your passion, you're struggling here with the Five of Wands, trying to make everything that wants your attention work. So be careful. There's a special emphasis on your pet. If you have a pet, to be careful, because look at the storm right above them. It's like they could be missing you. They could be stunned that you're not there. They could be feeling left out. And with storm, you want to be careful, because maybe this will develop, like this could be their nervous system or something, or their gut health or whatever, being absolutely affected by maybe you not being there. So keep that in mind and try to see how you can work your way around it. Like, could you take them with you sometime, or is that not stable? Could you make sure that they are with someone that they love at home very much until you're back? I don't know. You want to think about this. The pets here are here for a reason. But like I said, in this third quarter, this is no joke. You are super busy. Maybe you've taken a decision to follow your passion from the second quarter, and that requires focus. I already know from your reading that you have taken one small step that's turning out to be something amazing. You're falling in love, you know. There's so much happening and changing in the DNA of your life and the structure of your life. Pay good attention and put your pets up top. As you're going up top, put them up top. Try to find ways where you make sure they're taken care of. And yeah, in that third quarter, you're trying to find the balance between all of these things. That passion you're going towards, the work that is there that you're also passionate about, the love that you're passionate about. So many things are tugging at your attention. And you have to like balance everything. Do you see? Balancing. You're trying to balance everything so nothing falls off until you're able to get what you want. So let's say, for example, that decision that you took from the second quarter is what's wreaking havoc in terms of your balance in your life. And so you're like, right, when I get out of this dangerous phase, everything will settle. Or maybe it's your work, that step that you've taken in the beginning of the year, and you're thinking, right, when that settles in a little bit, then there will be balance in my life. But yeah, I think you're just trying to make everything balanced until things work. And I have good news for you. Because you're working so effectively on harmony in the third quarter, working hard, but also trying to find balance, slowly but surely your efforts of your work and your maintenance of balance, and even your pets, whatever it is that you will be putting effort towards in this quarter, will work, and it will bring you peace. I do see you towards the end of the quarter with the Four of Swords going, it might be a little bit dangerous here and there with the claws, right? I mean, you're aware. It's the swords at the end of the day. You're aware of them, but you're like, I can rest, finally. It's like a stormy period for everyone, especially your pet. But then towards the end, after all of the balancing around, you're gonna go, oh, it's calm, because of the Four of Swords. In this calm moment or time is when you're gonna start feeling, oh my God, with the Knight of Wands, I really love my life. I really am enjoying my life to the fullest. I love everything. I made sure with this Knight of Wands that I walk to the beat of my own drum, that I do the things that I wanted, that I believed in. It might have caused a rough patch or a rough path to get there, but I did get there, and I get to enjoy everything. I get to enjoy my work. I get to enjoy my decision that I've taken in the second quarter. I get to enjoy my love life. I love it all, and I'm so happy and proud of myself that I've done this work the way that I have, especially that now I get to rest. So third quarter, the good news about it is, although you'll be working hard trying to balance everything out that you really care about, you will ultimately reach that place where you take a breather, rest, and enjoy it all. Love it and enjoy it all. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing, my dear pile number 4, in your third quarter of 2026. It's the roughest so far, but it's so worth it. Again, you're so passionate about what you're doing, everything that you have. You're working hard for your relationship because you love it. You're working hard for that decision you took in the second quarter because you love it. You're working hard in your work because you love it. So it's all good, but it's just like a lot of hard work, and yeah, it requires you to be calm and consistent as you go through that storm. Yeah, that is what I'm seeing, my dear pile number 4, in your third quarter. And now we're going to be taking a look at the end of the year, the last quarter of the year, which is October, November, and December. What is the last part of your year 2026 going to be like? Overall, it's an amazing year. So let's see how it finalizes for you. What is the energy of the last quarter, my dear pile number 4. What is the energy of the last quarter? Let's see. So this was chosen from the very beginning for the last quarter, and it is the Enneagram lack of ideas. Where did I see this pop up in this reading? I don't know. Was it pile 2? It might have been pile 2 or pile 3. I can't remember. I can't recommend it. I'm very sorry. But if you've had both, these 2 piles were definitely your piles. So, lack of ideas. The Enneagram lack of ideas under the category of difficult event. And the keywords are being out of inspiration, unimaginative, tiredness, inner void, creative blockage, as well as blank page syndrome. We'll find out what it means in a moment as we take a look at the neighboring cards. You've got the moon in Gemini with adaptability, all right? You've got migration. 7-7 again. Wow, this will be your sign throughout the year. Perhaps it's a promise of 2027 being out of this world for you. And you've got gambler again, my dear pile number 4. Let's see. Okay, you're full of passion, that's for sure. And this is why you're always willing to listen to your heart and take a gamble. You're a very exciting, cool person. I love that. Okay, let's continue and see what you're doing there, my dear pile number 4. Right, you've got the King of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Whoa, all the strong archetypes are aligning. Ace of Swords, intelligence. Powerful, resourceful, and intelligent. What a combo. You've got the Four of Pentacles. Right. Strength card. Migration. It is. It looks like it. So what am I seeing? Something funny here. Towards the end of the year, it looks like you've run out of passion towards one of the things you're doing, whether it's that decision from quarter 2 or that step that you've taken in your work from quarter 1. I would bet it's the work. Now, this is not saying that you're going to be leaving your work, right? This is simply saying that by the 4th quarter, when everything calms down, because we know it's calmed down in the 3rd quarter, and it starts working well, and I think maybe it becomes too systematic for you, for your character, for your passionate heart. You know, with adaptability, you've adapted to everything, you've overcome all the challenges, and maybe it's too becoming a routine. You're like, I don't know, I'm not that happy. You might have people telling you, are you crazy? Isn't this what you were so excited about? And now that it's working for you, you're tired? What? So you're thinking, I still love it, but I'm thinking about doing something crazy. Why don't I turn it into a show, for example? What? Turn it into a show? And you're like, yeah, why not turn the business into a show? Are you crazy? No, actually, I'm not crazy. I'm going to turn my shop into a podcast. Or I'm going to go to a different country and open a shop there. I don't know. You're like, your passion is speaking to you again. And that's a good thing. Listening to your heart always, and having that flexibility to listen to one's heart and figure things out if it's possible or not is one of the most amazing traits. So follow your heart, especially that you're described here as powerful. By then, you're always powerful, of course, with the King of Wands. But by then, you do have the power to make that crazy migration or that crazy move, massive, massive move. Like totally out of your comfort zone, maybe totally like to a great part, maybe out of your field or out of your customer base. I don't know what this is, out of your company even, like you're going to another company maybe. Why don't I work in this multinational company? I don't know. But here you're like, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm crazy and I'm gonna take that risk. And your cards are showing that by that time, you've got the power that it takes to make this migration. You are fully supported by massive resources to make that migration. And you've got the intelligence, the clarity, and the information that you need to make that migration. So it's almost like you saying, I could stay in my place and be bored out of my head, which could be for everyone the wise thing to do because everyone's working. I've adapted, things are working fine. Why create trouble when things are working well? Or I can let my heart flutter and think about this wise horizon again. Uh-oh, looks like I'm crazy, but looks like I'm doing it. But jokes aside, jokes on us, because you've got the power, you've got the resources, you've got the intelligence to do it. Not only that, but it looks like the foundation that you've built with the Four of Pentacles gives you and allows you to go for it. And I have a very interesting guidance and message for you. Your guides are saying, listen to your heart. Because look, you see the Othala rune, which is the rune of family. So that could be your guides. And it's in the ears. It's like, listen to your heart. It's guiding the way. This crazy heart, the crazy vibes, feelings that, okay, so the feelings that your heart is showing, that everyone's calling crazy, including you, follow it. Because that's going to change, in fact, everything. It's going to make you even more powerful. You're going to shift and become more powerful. And that new place that you're going towards will be the amalgamation of the benefits of the past and what's it's given you, and the benefits of the future and the potential of the future and what it could give you. So follow your heart. They're saying, listen to it. Listen. Don't cover your heart, your mind. Listen to it. You've got the intelligence. You've got the resources. You've got the power. It's a wild idea, but why don't you go for it? Take that risk. And don't take that risk with that type of stress. Take it with confidence as you think about it. Also, take it step by step. Calculate it step by step from the very small beginning up to the next small step, to the next small step. And very soon you'll find yourself climbing all the way up, finding it super easy, and you will achieve massive things if you take it easy and actually think about every step, plan every step of the way. Don't just move without any plans, as always, in your 2026. Yeah, it's the year of being meticulous, I guess. The 6. Plan everything down to the T. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Have your ducks in a row before you even make any steps. Always stay grounded. Always make sure that you've got what you have as you take these steps. That's why it's important to take it easy, step by step, slowly. And there is a big promise in the year 2027 for you. Obviously, if 2026 wasn't enough, my dear pile number 4, 2027 is going to be something else if you take that migrational step. And hey, it does look like in your cards, it doesn't say choices like the second quarter. It's showing that you are going to be following your heart. It's almost hard not to follow it, it seems. And they're encouraging you. They're saying, remember, we're encouraging you towards it. Go for it. This is you downloading something. And it's really going to make you become even more powerful. And it's going to change even who you are as a person. Follow your heart is what your guides are saying in the last quarter. And my dear pile number 4, what a roller coaster. That was an amazing reading. And this last quarter is you figuring things out because you're getting ready to make a massive risk for this migration into 2027. And I just saw this as big ideas. So follow your ideas. And my dear pile number 4, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 4, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!